Yes. Yes, mother is back. What's going down, everybody? Happy Thursday. It is fight week yet again. But is it really? Boy, oh boy, oh boy. We're going to talk about that in a minute. First, I hope everybody is having a wonderful week. It's almost the end, y'all. So just bear with them, okay? I know, well, I don't know about most of y'all, but I mother works. So I'll be waiting and so happy to get to the end of my week. Sometimes it just be, oh my goodness. Let me see who up in here before I get started with this news, because I know some of y'all, honey, are on CP time, child. Hey, Stephen Mega, how you doing? All things, my baby. Hey, Writer's Block, I caught your video the other day, baby. Empty the clip. Hey, how you doing? Y'all be having the strangest names. Lord have mercy. My goodness, my goodness. I don't know if some of y'all are in Jersey or in the New York area. Mother done made the fatal mistake, child, of watching the news, and boy, oh boy, am I depressed. It is so much nonsense going on in the world. I heard about like this a manhole on the highway and uh little boys book bags is out there with the pumes and a 5-year-old girl got hit. It just, I told my daughter, I said, this is why I don't watch the news, because she was getting on me, Mommy, you don't watch the news. I know it depresses me. And so I finally today watched the news for the first time and I don't know how long, and there I am depressed. So oh my God, I'm gonna get her now. But wherever you are, just please stay safe, man. It is so much going on out here. I guess people are stressed, honey, with all the changes being made with the new administration. It is enough to make you a little angry. So I mean, hey, ugh. But y'all just stay safe, man. Make sure y'all just watching y'all back, y'all front, y'all doggone sides. And if you gotta go outside, listen. I don't know if you listen. Just make sure you safe. That's all I'm gonna say. Make sure you safe. You know what I'm talking about. Wherever you got to get, make sure you get there safe and make sure you make it home safe. Okay. So that's all I'm gonna say. What's up, Greco Kid? How you doing? We gotta chop it up too, because I think you say I think you play one of the video games I play. We're gonna talk. We're gonna talk. But let's go ahead and get into the news, because we got a jam-packed show. Everybody acting a fool. You see, it's not just outside. The people in boxing acting like they're crazy too. My goodness. Well, y'all, we're gonna try and make it make sense the best way we can, I guess. But as usual, Mother is here with the news, because I got to keep y'all informed before we get into what is going on. Let's get into what's going on. So, first up, where is he at? Where is he at? I thought this was hilarious, but then again, that's just because I'm petty. Um, Robert Garcia, honey, he dropped quite a bombshell. Now, he claims before Hitchens canceled his fight against Oscar Duarte back in February, apparently Richardson Hitchens was running around asking trainers and former opponents, okay, on how to beat Duarte. That he was asking about Duarte's power, and I'm assuming whatever information he retrieved is what led his decision to back out of the fight, allegedly. Okay, now this is what Robert Garcia said. I didn't say this. Robert Garcia said this. Okay, now these comments also came after Shaquie Foster made some comments about Richardson Hitchin and his boxing. Now, listen, I didn't say it. Okay, I'm not the one who said it. Shaquie Foster is the one who's out here saying these things, and Robert Garcia, not me. Okay, but take a listen to what Shaquie Foster said.
Hitchison scary as hell. I've been knowing that. Like I've been knowing that for years. Like that's been the word in boxing. Like they had to pump him up for certain sparring sessions, woo de woo. And he know what I'm talking about. I ain't gotta go say who he is sparring with the woo. But they had to put a key in his back to go spar and stuff like that. He got a heart problem. He got heart problem, not a physical heart problem. He just ain't got no heart. He, you see what he did with Duarte? Hell, I'm aware about Hitchens for he's scared like that.
Well, damn. Anyway, the brother seems to be having a bad week. Okay, Richardson Hitchens just I guess he can't catch a break. But that would explain his recent run on over to Zuffa, and we're gonna talk a little bit about Zuffa later too. But I just was like, dang, Richardson Hitchens, how they gonna just come at you like that? They just gonna say that kind of stuff about you. Mm, wonder if it's true. Nevertheless, moving right along. Let's see who else acting a plum fool this week. Oh man, I'm gonna get into him. Oh, I can't wait. So recently we saw Bud Crawford crashing out on Boots. And some others chimed in as well. Lord. Brian Norman Sr. recently did an interview with Mill City, called him a gym fighter. Um, Listen, he says that he lacks elite level opponents on his resume. And listen, this kind of goes into what we discussed last week. I don't know if everyone was here last week, but last week we kind of talked about Jerron Boots Ennis and how his resume lacked a marquee name, right? And then there was a few of us on the panel going back and forth about whether or not it's because he didn't want to fight them or they didn't want to fight him. Some people say, Eddie Hearn lowball people. My argument was, how can he lowball you if it's the highest payday you ever made in your career? Things like that, on and on and on, round and round and round. And we'll revisit. But just real quick, right? So obviously we know the background with the Normans and then Boots. They were supposed to make a fight. For whatever reason, the fight did not come to fruition. They couldn't get the money right. Nobody likes Eddie, whatever the case may be, right? I just felt like, now I'm not going to say that there's no validity to what he said, because a lot of people say, oh, Boots ain't fighting nobody, blah blah blah. So I can see where he's coming from with that particular angle. It's just hindsight being 2020, and the things that we've seen, and B Norman Jr. not looking his best in his last fight. I kind of think that those comments should have just been dormant. Maybe certain things are better left unsaid. I don't know. But nevertheless, he chimed in and he had something to say. I had the doggone clip, but for whatever reason it won't let me update it. We'll do a ghetto style once we get into the show. I'll try and pull it up online so we can watch it. But he chimed in as well after, I guess, the crash out, during the crash out, child, whatever. Everyone obviously is buzzing because Boots is on his press run. He has a fight next month, so obviously he's going to be doing different interviews. They're going to be asking him questions about the Bud Crawford fight. He's going to give his response, whatever the case may be. Both of them have different versions of their story. We're going to get into that a little later too, because mother got the receipts. So, but I just thought that that was a little maybe, I don't want to say distasteful, because everybody got a right to their opinion. I just feel like, you know, mind your business sometimes. That's all. But speaking of Jerron Boots Ennis, Boots has dropped his WBA interim belt, okay, to secure the unification fight June 27th. Now, in my opinion, this was smart because it now upgrades this fight for Xander's WBA and WBO title, positioning him as the mandatory. So, he's now the mandatory challenger at 154. He's showing he believes in himself. He's showing he believes that he will win and doesn't need the security of an interim belt. So, we're definitely going to talk about that fight and the position both men are in a little later, because I'm gonna give them their flowers for sure. But I just thought that that was like a real bold move with him, and I was like, oh shoot, but Boots let his nuts drop. Okay, I see you. That's what's up. Shit, he's what, 35-0 now. He's searching for that name opponent. You know what I'm saying? And he finally has gotten, what the fight that he deserves, or at least I hope that after this, people will start to give him his credit. I mean, a lot of people talk about Xander not being that good, but Xander is 23-0, 14 knockouts. He's only 23 years old. He's boxing's youngest two-belt champion, right? So a victory over Jerron Ennis, would immediately strengthen his standing in the division, and it would, put him with some of the already considered established contenders at 154, and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? A name, this is a good name for Boots to have on his resume. He not going into 154, but hell, just getting his feet situated at 154, a two-time champion, a two-belt champion. So listen, I'm so excited for that fight. But again, we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that a little later. Okay, we're gonna get into that too. But I just thought that that was worth mentioning, that he decided to drop that interim belt right ahead of this fight, that's what's up. I saw this and immediately I said to myself, damn it, Ty, you should have dropped that video you made about Keyshawn and Shakur. because Tim Bradley, I don't know if he in my files or what he got going on, but Tim Bradley, and we know he flip flopped like a pancake, so I'm not getting too excited, y'all. He has come to the conclusion that Keyshawn is playing second to Shakur Stevenson, right? Questioning, I guess, the rematch instead of maybe tougher competition at 140. Now, I have to say, because he said it started, it's starting with this rematch, taking this rematch instead of a different fight, or that it started with the Edwin De Los Santos fight. But I have to disagree, right? And I'm gonna tell you why I disagree. I say that it started before the missing weight, right? I think personally it started with him petitioning to fight Teofimo Lopez, and instead Shakur fought him. It was supposed to be Keyshawn. I don't know if y'all remember that, but Keyshawn was the one that petitioned after he. I don't know if it was You know what? Was it after he missed weight? I thought it was after he fought Barinchek that he petitioned to fight. He petitioned to fight Teofimo Lopez at 140 pounds. He was still at 135. So I thought it started then, but anyway, nevertheless, they find themselves in the same situation they were in at 135 pounds. They're both at 140. I know that Shakur is desperate to get back down to 135. Keyshawn may possibly continue to go up. I'm not sure why Shakur wants to get back down to 135, but nevertheless, that's what he's attempting to do. However, they right now, as of today, they find themselves in the same situation that they were in at 135, in the same division, not willing to fight each other. One of them needs to do something. But I have to slightly agree with Tim Bradley, because I do think that Keyshawn has the potential to be a big star. I mean, he's extremely talented. He has character. He kind of funny, a little corny funny, and sometimes he tries too hard. But overall, I think he has the charisma. He definitely performs well in the ring. So I definitely think that he has the potential to be a big star. He gets somewhat of knockouts, you know what I'm saying? So, and he's a very entertaining fighter. He's not afraid to get hit. He gets in there and he does what he's supposed to do to an opponent that's not supposed to be in there with him. He doesn't fight scary. So I would slightly agree with Tim Bradley, because you can't all the way agree with Tim Bradley because he flip flop. So we can't all the way agree on Tim Bradley. Hey Pay, how you doing, baby? Let me see who else done came up in here, because you Negroes love to be up in here late, honey. Hey Lee, how you doing? Flatbush, Israel for life. What's up with it? Yes, and hey DJ, what's going on? Yeah, not my butt. You better stop all things. Listen, I done told you. What's going on, Flatbush? Mark, how you doing? How you doing, baby? Finally caught me live, huh? Paid. Yeah, so back to what I was saying. I slightly agree with Tim Bradley. But I just have a difference of opinion as to when it started, actually. Because I think it started with the Teofimo Lopez petition. That should have been his fight. That was his moment to get in there and really make his mark at 140, since, like I said, Shakur plans on coming back down to 135. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Tim Bradley, he makes sense sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So you can't 100% disagree with him all the time, but you got to watch it. Now, Jake Paul, Jake Paul, mm, mm, mm. Jake Paul says Canelo Alvarez accepted a $200 million fight, right? Now, let me tell you why I call cap on this situation. First of all, Jake Paul is a master marketer. We know he has mastered the internet. Him and his brother. We know they know how to ride algorithm waves, honey. Like I ain't gonna say like what, but yes. Now I believe this is a lie, right? And I'm going to tell you why. Because just before this, he announced possibly that he may not box again. This comes after, obviously, we know that he fought AJ last December, got his jaw broke. The fight was stopped in the 6th round. And also, I find it difficult to believe because Canelo still has 2 fights to fulfill for Saudi Arabia and Turkey al-Shiki. Okay, we know that one fight is in September, possibly against Christian and Billy, and then he has one more fight. So I'm not really sure how this fight is going to come about. Maybe that's a old conversation from when they were in talks before, and then remember, Turkey Al Sheikh swooped in at the last minute and took him. So maybe he's releasing an old conversation, just trying to get his name linked back up with Canelo's to keep his name in the algorithm. I'm not sure, but again, he has to get clearance from a doctor, and Canelo still has 2 fights to fulfill with Turkey Al Sheikh. So I'm not really sure how true that can be. Okay, so I don't know. I just don't know. You really don't know what to believe with Jake Paul either. You know what I'm saying? Hamza Shiraz, he wants Canelo. He wants this opportunity after the WBO title shot. He's fighting next week, the 23rd. Yes, he's fighting the 23rd against Aleem Bekic or Bekik. They're fighting in Egypt anyway. This fight is said to be basically an easy route for him to get to Canelo, right? People, I guess, are questioning his resume, as they should, because he kind of popped up. The first time I actually even heard of him really was the Carlos Adames fight. And that fight they gave him a draw, which I really thought he lost. And then after that, you know what I'm saying, he fought Edgar Berlanga, you know what I'm saying? And y'all know I love Edgar Berlanga, but let's be honest, so I'm not really sure. People, they seem to be getting a little upset, saying he jumping the line without taking any hard fights to get the Canelo fight. We don't even know if he's the last fight underneath Canelo's contract, but I'm pretty sure, since Turkey Al Sheikh is really trying to build him up, he is, if I'm not mistaken, a ring ambassador. Maybe they're trying to set that fight up. I cannot be for certain. But I know that he has expressed that that is the fight that he is interested in making. He has to build his name up a little bit more, because Edgar Berlanga win, although it was okay, but still your name ain't been buzzing since then. You ain't fought since then. You know what I'm saying? So we don't really know what's going on. And then of course, with Edgar Berlanga running around here talking about some damn rap gates, that's helping it keep a little bit of steam, but not much. So he definitely needs to get back in there. And in this fight, May 23rd, he can't just win. He has to make a statement. You know what I'm saying? A similar statement to the one that he made with Edgar Berlanga. But from what I understand, this guy that he's fighting isn't really that great. Hey, D1 baby. That's not even in the same promoter as you. Keyshawn will be fighting for free to pay Bob back. DJ, when I open it up, baby, you can come up here with all your little grievances, child. Stop it. Y'all already. Hey, sports prediction. How you doing, baby? Back to what I was saying, because DJ just threw me off. Where was I at? Oh, yes, finally. And we're gonna talk about this a little bit more later too. But I did want to bring this to y'all attention, because I was like, look at this. Look who tried to creep back up in here, baby. Oh, actually, you know what? Yeah, here we go. We'll talk about him. Lomachenko, he is planning a fall return, honey, after leaving Top Rank, okay, and skipping the tune-up fights. He will be a free agent. Now, remind y'all, Lomachenko is 172. I'm sorry, I read that wrong. Lomachenko is 38. He's actually one of boxing's most accomplished guys. You know what I mean? But he will be a free agent. The fact that he is skipping tune-ups shows that maybe he still believes in himself. He was still training. He believes that he's still a big enough draw to get big fights. His last fight was in 2024. He beat Cambosis for the IBF title, and then he stepped away from the sport. A 3-division champion. So Vasily Lomachenko, he has decided to re-enter boxing. Now, a lot of people are like, why, did he do Bob like that? It's 2 days after his contract expired, or the very next day. Everybody's like, oh, Bob just loved Lomachenko so much. Yeah, but did Lomachenko love Bob the same way? Because that looks mighty funny to me. Mighty, mighty funny that you stay out until your contract expires and now you pop back out. I ain't mad at him, but I'm just, making an observation. That's all, just an observation of the situation and how it looks. But we're going to talk a little bit about Loma, see what fights he could possibly be in, who has the biggest 135-pound stable that he could possibly, have a conversation with to try and make some of the biggest fights. Who are the biggest fights for Lomachenko? Because if we're looking at 135, I mean, some of the guys are tied up and some of them aren't really big enough names to give him a big fight. He'd be doing them a favor. So there's only a couple of names that could really give him maybe the big bags that he's looking to get when he's coming back into the sport. Then that begs the question, why did he really retire? Was it a contract dispute with Top Rank? Maybe he wanted away from Top Rank. Was he really done? Was he ducking Gervonta Tank Davis? We don't really know, but he's back outside. So boxing will be better, more entertaining, maybe more eyes back on the sport. We will see. We're gonna see what kind of shape he looks like he's in. Um, and we'll go from there. Y'all already, y'all are so terrible, some of y'all. I'm telling you. Just a shame. Just a bunch of shameful people. Let me just find the rest of the news, y'all. Then we're gonna get into upcoming fights and we're gonna get into what we really came here for. Because baby, I got some stuff to say about some of these people. Okay. Frank Warren. Where is it? Okay. Frank Warren. Now I don't know how I feel about this statement when I read this. I was like, I don't really know. But we it's always up for discussion. We can talk about it. Frank Warren says Daniel Dubois belongs in the Hall of Fame. Okay. Now he cited his biggest notable wins. The recent one, obviously, Fabio Wardley after being knocked down 2 goddamn times. Jarrell Big Baby Miller, Philip Herkovich, who's fighting this weekend, and Anthony Joshua, and then of course his loss to Usyk and Joe Joyce. Right. So he is saying that he thinks that Daniel Dubois should be in the Hall of Fame. And you know what? We shall see. The heavyweight division is kind of like, it's not as deep. So, I mean, I get it. I get it. I'm sorry. He left a bad taste in my mouth with those 2 fights against Usyk where he took knees and all of the other kind of stuff. And then in the first 3 rounds of the Frank of this fight, the Wardley fight, it looked like it was about to end the same way. So I was like, oh, come on. But then he turned it around. So, there's hope for him yet. Frank Warren is not playing with these people. I told y'all before, y'all remember, I didn't drop that video either. But anyway, he's suing them. We all know that he's suing them. But he made it very clear that if and when Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury take place, Zuffa boxing will not be included. Okay. Because Fury is still under contract. And let's not forget, like I said, Frank Warren is suing them. So I don't think he's looking to do any type of business with these people. So we shall definitely see. And I told y'all before all the kind of stipulations. They wanted that girl to perform, do a lip and she ain't want to perform. So who knows? But that's exactly why Tyson got ducktails. But that's neither here nor there. Lastly, for our news, David Benavidez says that Zuffa Boxing is blocking Jao Opetaia fight. Now, some of y'all, and we've had this conversation last week, and I don't know what it is. I'm just like, after the fight, after he beat Zerto, put hands, shoulders, knees, and toes on Zerto, it just became like this aura. Like it just, I watched it sprout out the ground, y'all, like out of nowhere. People was just hating on David Benavidez like nobody's business. It was getting real uncomfortable in these streets. I'm not even gonna lie to you. But anyway, David Benavidez, and he said this in his post conference as well. He's saying that he thinks Zuffa will block the Opetaia fight. Obviously, this conversation, like I said, was after his fight. Jao Opetaia, we know, was stripped of his IBF belt after going over to Zuffa and fighting Brandon Glutton. So, David Benavidez, he said he has some questions if Zuffa will have access to the biggest fights in boxing. And then he also mentioned how he is the commercial draw. And so he doesn't see a reason that he would have to go over to Zuffa. So if that fight is to happen, I guess he's looking for Jao Opetaia to make something happen with one of the promoters over here, whether it be a 1-fight deal or whatever. And you know what? I really don't know why. I don't know, maybe if he could talk to the PBC and see, if that's something that could happen. I think David's done with Turkey Al-Sheikh. I don't think he has any more fights, and if he does, I think it's maybe like one more over there with Turkey, because it was a 3-fight deal, right? What is this, fight number 2? So he has probably like one more fight with Turkey Al-Sheikh, and then maybe he can figure something out with Jao Opetaia, or hell, maybe make that the 3rd fight. Who knows? But he that's what he's definitely not interested in doing. He just got another belt. He just got 2 belts. Why the hell would he go over there and drop the belts that he just got in the ring and fought for, which literally makes no sense. Hey Dondrick, baby, how you doing? Hey Thomas. Samson just did an interview and explained the whole job thing. Very honest and very fair. Oh, I gotta go watch that, DJ. I didn't see that. He don't have no fights left with Turkey. Hold on, because he was over there. I know he signed. I think it was a 2 or 3 fight deal with them. Dondrick, you sure? Anyway, we'll y'all can fill me in when I drop the link. But I know he did have some fights with Turkey, so I don't know what Dontra talking about. That's the whole reason he went over there, if I'm not mistaken, was to get that better beef and B-ball. When they fought the second time, he went over there to challenge them. That didn't happen, and I think he signed with Turkey. You're confusing me. Okay, he signed with Turkey, if I'm not mistaken. It was a one fight. The other one was a cross promotion. Oh, just the yard fight. Hmm. Okay. Okay. Well, then he's done. So who knows? Somebody put the damn fight on. I just know that David said he ain't going over there. That's all I know. David said he is not going over there to he's not going over there to Zuffa to fight Ja Opataya. So we shall see. Um and then let's see what we got with the upcoming fights. This week we have David Allen. Where is that damn thing? You know, I'll be numbering these things and then they just be disappearing. Let me see some. Well, anyway, well, David Allen and Flip Herkovic, they are due to fight on the 16th, live on the Zone. Broadcast starts at 7 p.m. The main ring walk starts at 10:30 UK time, so that's 5:30 our time over here, y'all. And that's if you're on the East Coast. Adjusted for Pacific time and all of that stuff. David Allen is 25-8-2. And Flip is 19-1-0. He beat Joy Jost back in April of last year. He beat David Adderley back in August of last year, and he took a loss to Daniel Dubois in June of 2024. So, and David Allen, he beat Kareem back in February. He just fought in February, and then Lucas Brown in 2019. And then obviously y'all know the the fight that no one is talking about is coming up also on that. Yeah, David Allen versus Philip Herkovic. Yeah. The fight that no one's talking about, the fight with absolutely no goddamn buzz whatsoever, and we're gonna talk about that too. Also on the 16th is the rematch with Nair Albright and Keyshawn Davis. Now, Keyshawn last fight was in January. He got the TKO in the 12th round. Albright last fought February, against Frank. He almost knocked Frank ass out, but they ended up with a draw. This fight is at 140 pounds. Scope Arena, streaming on the Zone, 8 p.m. And we know the history of these two fights. October 23rd, it was a no contest. Keyshawn beat him. It got overturned to a no contest because he got marijuana in the system. And then we know that Albright put hands, shoulders, knees, and toes on Kelvin, Keyshawn's brother. Okay. Also on that card, and I'm so I can't believe I missed it or I was not paying attention, maybe because there wasn't enough buzz. Brian Norman Jr. We know he's 28-1, and he's going against Josh Wagner, 19-2. This is a welterweight fight. His other brother, Kelvin's back on the card against Peter Dobson. Okay, that's a welterweight fight. We know Kelvin is 15-1, losing, like I just said, to Albright. And then Peter Dobson is 17-3. And then we have the featherweight Jan Santana. He is 16-0 versus Christian Cruz. Jan Santana, my little dude. I wish he spoke English. That's my little dude. On the 22nd, and I didn't know that this was happening either. See, these people have to do a better job of advertising. Amari Jones will be headlining a card, okay, against Vincino Gatali. Now, this is coming off of a great win that he had on the 21st against Luis Arias. This is a middleweight fight, and this will be taking place on the 22nd. Okay, this is a Golden Boy card, DAZN main event. So shout out to Amari. He definitely did wonders by signing over there. I don't know how to do that. Y'all can tell me that later. Yeah, Dondrick, that's what happened. That's what happened. But now I'm going to recite the rest of these fights with an attitude. And those of y'all who know. But for those of y'all who don't know, is because I think they're both stupid. Now, on the 23rd, Alexander Usyk, who is 24-0, will be going against the kickboxer Rico Verhoeven. Okay, he's 1-0 in boxing, but he's supposedly this great kickboxer. I don't know. Anyway, this is for Usyk's WBC and WBA heavyweight titles. Okay, The IBF has not approved this yet, so we are still waiting. They do have maybe, I guess, a week to say yay or nay whether or not the IBF is going to be on the line. I'll let y'all know when they do. But anyway, this fight will be taking place in Egypt, and don't nobody give a damn. Okay, that's the first fight. The second fight that I read with an attitude is Dimitri Bivol versus Michael Afart. Dimitri Bivol, we know he's 24-1. Michael Afart is 13-1. This is a mandatory, so I guess I ain't really got no attitude about this. But he's defending his unified light heavyweight title against his IBF mandatory. So this fight will take place in Russia. All belts on the line except the WBO. So it's the WBA, the IBF, and the Ring Magazine belt. And if y'all want to watch it at 11 a.m. in the morning. Okay. And then there's a woman's card on too, which I almost forgot about this. But Stephanie Hand versus Holly Holm for the WBO lightweight. Now this is a rematch. I don't know if y'all watched this back in January. It got stopped in the 7th round due to that headbutt, and it was blood everywhere. But anyway, they're rematching that fight. This is also, a title defense. And also on the card is going to be Amanda Serrano. She's fighting. I can't believe this. She's fighting Shane Hetson. This is for the WBA and the WBO featherweight. Y'all can watch this card at 3 p.m. Okay, this is going to be broadcasted on ESPN because they are the only ones on ESPN now. Because these men can't get it together. But they will be on ESPN. This is for all of Amanda's belts. So we shall see. We shall see, honey. We shall see. We shall see. Now, for the upcoming fights in the news, we are good. Yeah, that was definitely good. And shockingly won. Yeah. Yeah. Michael Effart. That's his name, ain't it? It is. It's Michael It's Eifert. Effart or Eifart. Whatever. Y'all so silly. Y'all know what I meant. That is his name. That's the man name. Stop it. Now let's get into the show, y'all. If y'all haven't already, make sure y'all smash that like button. Okay. We are getting ready to get into child, some stuff. It's been a lot going on in the sport this week. Some stuff I kind of want to talk about. I saw my man, he was very upset, and we're gonna talk about that. But obviously Zuffa boxing has been a conversation that has been taking place a lot because it's a new promotional company. We see some of the guys going over there. But I do want to let y'all know what it is that Zuffa is actually building. And y'all know I'm nosy, so I've been looking into this stuff for quite some time. Zuffa is not building stars, right? They're building their league, right? The brand will come first. The fighter comes second, right? You are not the brand, you are an employee. Right? They don't want to work with any of the sanctioning bodies. I don't know how many times Dana White has to make that clear. They don't want to work with the WBC, not the WBA, not the IBF, not the WBO. So this means no cross-promotional fights that some of the fans may be wanting to see or anticipating. It's going to be almost impossible, right? Um, you know, People want certain fights, but you can only get them if these fighters are in their league or are willing to go over there, right? The walls are going up, not down. Now, what people don't understand, and I know people are like, oh, money, 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 money. What fighters will give up when they sign to Zuffa, and I think that we've seen a clear indication of this, no outside sponsors. In boxing, your sponsors are your lifeline, right? There's no walkout kids. There's no dope corner gear. There's no social media deals. Zuffa controls all of that. You wear what they tell you to wear. We all talked about those Zuffa uniforms. Okay. You promote who they tell you to promote. That money that used to go into your pockets is now going into theirs. Your belt is not safe. Jao Bataya stripped of his IBF cruiserweight title because Zuffa wouldn't comply with the mandatory obligations. The IBF said, fight your mandatory or lose the belt. Zuffa said, our schedule, our rules. Opataya lost the belt. He didn't vacate. It was taken from him. Richardson Hitchens, he dropped his IBF welterweight belt rather than comply with the mandatory. He chose the Zuffa schedule over championship lineage. That belt, the history, the legacy, gone for a league schedule. This is, in my opinion, now all this obviously, well, not that stuff because those are facts, but this next part is my opinion. The hiding place, this is, I've said this before, I think this is nothing but a hiding place, right? When you don't have to face your mandatories, when the sanctioning bodies can't force you into tough fights, Zuffa kind of becomes like your sanctuary, for fighters who want to quietly and safely pick their opponents. That's not the best fighting the best, guys. That is the protection league. Now, the reason that we're even talking about this again, because I know I be talking about Zuffa Chat, I will talk about them other efforts, is because I recently saw Roy crash out. Well, I don't want to say crash out, but he had a very, I guess, spirited opinion on basically the same thing that I've been saying. I know I've read most of the stuff that he's saying, so I know that it's true. But I'm gonna let y'all hear from him, and then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna tell y'all what I think about what he said too.
It's not about talent and winning no more. It's about who they want there. And that's what they're trying to do to boxing. I'm sorry, that's not right. I don't care who you are. Talent, skill, hard work, all those things should determine who's the best. And you should have an opportunity to get a shot at the best if you want the best. Not have to kiss their ass to get to the best, but they got total control of it. You got to kiss their ass or you can't fight. You got to move out of the country. That's right. That's what we want to see in boxing. No, it's not. But that's what's about to happen. And they too idiotic to understand that. Most of the people around too idiotic to understand what's really happening. They don't understand. By the time they get it, it's already too late. It's almost too late now. Nico understands, that's why he went there. Oscar understands, that's why he went there. But most people in boxing don't understand. They see a few money, oh, that's great money. No, it's not. It's great money now. It's not great money tomorrow. History's going to be erased. There's going to be no such thing as WBC, WBA, IBF, and WBO champ no more. Chance Crawford was known for being the four belt era champ more in 3 weight divisions. That's going to be gone now. No such chance to do that anymore. And that's what we want in boxing. So we're going to kill the history to make it look like UFC? Not make it out of there with that. I'm sorry, I can't do it.
Okay. He has several valid points, right? And we've spoke about all of them pretty much throughout the duration since Zuffa has come about, right? My only issue that I have with some of these guys now coming out with their comments is, where the hell were y'all when this went to the Senate? Where were y'all when it got passed? Where were y'all? Because y'all had an opportunity when the bill was first presented to all go and voice your opinions via phone. I think somebody told me a lot of them called in, some of them called in, but via phone, or you could have participated at the committee event. Yes, Oscar and Nikolai went to this last one, but y'all, it was the last one. Where were y'all from the very beginning? If you understand the importance of this, why the hell would y'all sit on y'all hands and not do anything? So, I mean, look, we've talked about this for no end. You know what I'm saying? He lived under the old system, right? So, he completely understands where fighters could build their own brands and chase their own legacies. And, he's basically saying he's watching it get erased. So, he feels some type of way about that. And I completely understand. There is not yet. I mean, maybe Zuffa will last. Maybe it'll be here for the next 100 years and it'll have some sort of lineage or be able to develop some sort. But as of right now, the sanctioning bodies, whether we hate them or love them, they come with a certain prestige. They come with lineage. They come with history. It just is what it is. He mentioned that, you got to kiss their butt over there. This is the same. Listen. This is the same Dana White who controls all sponsorships, all matchups, all rankings. The same Dana White whose retired UFC fighters have been vocal about lacking health care and long-time support. The same ones who got the antitrust lawsuit against him. So it's just like, I just want everybody to go into the situation with their eyes wide open and not just look at the pretty carrot that they're dangling in front of your eyes, being that money. Because once you're over there and get signed to them, you're locked in for quite some time. You know what I'm saying? You got to get ready to put that uniform in and go punch that clock. I mean, I don't know. But if you go over there and they're offering you an elaborate amount of money, you're going to have to fight. Dana White going to make you fight. That's the only thing that I will be honest about Dana White, even with the UFC and all of that. Dana White going to make you fight. He going to pay you pennies, but he going to make you fight. You know what I'm saying? So for those guys who were just looking to, keep some sort of steady amount of income, but guess what? You have to win too. Like you have to continue to win to continue to get a decent amount of pay or at least a higher pay. Because from what I read, you lose that purse go down. You know what I'm saying? So it's I don't know, but I just want everybody who decides to go over there to make sure they're doing so with their eyes wide open and fully informed um, on what it is that they're signing up for. You know what I'm saying? It's very important. I know some of these guys is worrying about money. They want to feed their family. They want to take care of themselves. And I completely understand that. And I'm all for that. But there's a better way to do that in certain situations. I mean, Roy, he called them slaves. He called them own sheep, no identity. You know what I'm saying? And then as we saw, he walked off in disgust. Um, I can't disagree with him. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I just can't disagree with him. We have already gone down this road. I feel like I beat this Zuffa horse to death, almost to the point where people say I'm hating. But I'm not. I really just don't think I don't think people understand what it is that they're getting themselves into. And then hopefully they do before it's too late. Because like I said, once you over there, it's like blood in, blood out almost. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, but whatever. Anyway, let's move on, y'all, to the fight week with no damn buzz. Okay, Top Rank's Norfolk disaster. I'm a little disappointed in Top Rank. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. Speaking of promoters dropping the ball, this is like crazy. It's fight week and there's been no buzz. They had their little press conference today, and we're gonna get into some of that too. But I was like, well, good God, 2-3 days away from the fight. This y'all first one and only press conference. Some people understand the backstory, but it was no real storyline building, no community engagement, and no folk. I mean, they put Keyshawn in his hometown and then did nothing to sell it. Because from what I hear, the tickets aren't moving that well. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand it. There's really no undercard storylines, no local media push, no return of the prince narrative, nothing. Just a poster and a prayer, child. I don't know what is happening. Nair, Lord have mercy. This is a mess. It was all dim up in there. I watched that little postcard. It was all dim up in there. I was like, what is going on? Keyshawn versus Nair. So obviously we know that Albright is tough and he's game. But he's not the name in this event. It's Keyshawn, right? Keyshawn should be fighting at a higher level. That's what I said earlier. I kind of agree with Tim Bradley. I do. If Top Rank is really still invested in him, we know that he missed weight and he pulled out of his last card. The fans remember, but it sounded like there was still a couple people up in there. You know what I'm saying? Even though you can't no-show your own city and then expect them to show back up for you. But this is a main event and it wasn't given. I'm just not gonna lie to y'all. It wasn't really given. Brian Norman Jr. is on there. Like I said, this is a credible rebuild for him. After the Haney loss, he definitely needs to get in there and make a statement. But let me see who was up in here talking. Let's do him first. Let's do Brian.
Brian Norman Jr. Brian, you took a loss your last time out against Devin Haney. You made some changes. You have a new head trainer in your corner, Ronnie Shields. How sharp are you feeling? How different are you feeling coming into this fight?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. I've been loving the process, loving the journey, and May 16th, I'm just ready to show what I've learned during this time.
So what will be different on Saturday about Brian Norman Jr.? What are some of the things that you've been working on with Ronnie Shields?
Pace and mindset behind what you're doing pretty much. So just being more smooth and cool when you get in the ring and go out and just let the game come to you pretty much.
It's always a tough decision to make any changes within your team. You and your father, of course, were a pretty formidable team winning that world championship. What was it that made you believe that you needed that new voice in your corner?
Sure, we still a team. It's about what's in you, not what's on you. So Brian Norman Jr., that's what's in me all day long. So I just feel like I need to go out, get some more experience real quick. Got my dog Ronnie right here with me, and we're learning and growing each and every day.
You told me earlier, Dad will be in the building on Saturday. I'm guessing he's going to be vocal in the building on Saturday.
You can't help that. That's my dog.
You won a world championship. You've been a world champion at 147. Is the motivation just to become a two-time champion? Is there a different motivation this time around?
Of course, I got that chip on my shoulder, but it's all about just going out there and being yourself and doing what you do. Take each fight at hand. So right now, May 16th, that's all I'm focused on. And whatever comes next, that comes next. But May 17th is not a promise. All I'm very focused on is May 16th.
You have said you want to fight any of the world champions out there at 147, but how much are you motivated by the potential of that rematch with Devin Haney?
Of course, I'm motivated by that, but once again, May 16th.
All right.
All right. Don't pay attention to me up here. I'm trying to upload these Ryan and Bill going back and forth on Instagram. This was old, but yesterday. Hold on. I'll wait. Okay, so Brian Loma, obviously they asked him about the loss. He answered that question. In my personal opinion, he cannot just win. He has to dominate, right? And I'm sure he will, right? I'm sure he will. It's just about a matter for me of him. I want to see how he looks with Ronnie for sure. I want to see if his confidence is back. I'm sure it's not like completely shot because Devin ain't no damn body. But I still want to see those things, right? If he struggles, it might be like, you know what I'm saying? But I want to see how he looks under Ronnie Shield. I do want to see that rematch with Devin, but I honestly think he needs maybe a few fights with Ronnie first, just to see that they're gelling together. I think it's important that you and your trainer be on the same page. Like we saw with Alicia Bumgardner, like her first fight under Derek James didn't look that great, but the last one that she had, she looked amazing. You know what I'm saying? So I think it all depends on, how long you and your new trainer kind of gel together. You know what I'm saying? So I think that'll be interesting to see. We'll see if his confidence is back. Yeah, Cash, I agree. We'll see if his confidence is back, and then we'll see, the moves that he makes from there. So I think that this is going to be a good opportunity for him to just test himself, see his new skills, see where his confidence level is. And then, we'll see what else is next for him. So I'm not mad at this fight. I'm glad that he's back. He back before Devin. And we'll see where he goes from here. So I'm gonna keep my eye on my little homie. I'm rooting for Brian. I really am. Now let's get to the main event with this foolishness.
I just feel I can stop anybody that get in the ring with me. You know what I'm saying? So, Wu is another opponent. Gonna get in the ring with me.
It's not happening, bro.
And
It's not happening. It's not happening. Everything Keyshawn Davis says to me, it goes full circle. Last time he said there will be no more Wu. What happened? Time went on. He retired. The first fight, he said, I'm gonna knock out Wu. He didn't knock me out. He said his brother was gonna knock me out. What happened? I handle his brother. Everything comes full circle. He said I'm gonna be on SportsCenter. He was on SportsCenter for what he did for, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna even talk about, but he was on SportsCenter. So, you know what I'm saying? Y'all just gonna see Saturday night.
Keyshawn, you said
Full circle. Full circle. He was telling me, he told me when I fought Kelvin. He said, he was like, get off my stage. This is my show. Now look where God has ordered me. I'm on the show. Main event. Full circle.
Well, things got a little spicy up in there too. But my verdict on this, honey, top rank card, this was zero promotion. I'm just gonna be honest, right? They had zero promotion, and they expected what I assumed they expect the hometown kid to carry it. But Keyshawn, he already, he had that last outing where he didn't fight, and Abdullah, thank God, stepped in and stole the show. But you could also tell that Keyshawn didn't want this fight, and he said it. This is not the fight that he wanted. But nevertheless, if this is the fight that you wanted or not, you still need to try and put on at least try and promote your fight. You know what I'm saying? You want as many people to come out to your fight as possible because you want to prove that you are a draw. You want to prove that you can be trusted to headline an event. His whole energy to me was just kind of like blah. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know. Y'all can tell me later what y'all think, but I personally feel like, he should have kind of been a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? He wants to You want to be a draw. You want a headline outside of your hometown. Eventually, hopefully, that's your goals. You know what I'm saying? Even if you don't want this fight, you should have at least been a little bit more animated. That presser to me was a little dry. I ain't gonna hold you. It was kind of dry. So I don't know. I'm not really sure. What he got going on. Like I said, he really didn't look like he was interested in being in that fight, which is like, it's all right, but still, you know what I'm saying? Have a little bit more enthusiasm. And I just hope that he's not overlooking Nair Albright, you know what I'm saying? Because it just appears to me that he is. And that's not a good look. We see what happens when these boys start overlooking their opponents. So I just hope he has his eyes on the prize, even though I think that I think Keyshawn will pull it off, but you never know, because let's be honest, Nair is a tough out for any of these niggas. You know, their first fight, I still feel like he gave Keyshawn the toughest fight Keyshawn's ever had. You know, we saw what he did to Keyshawn's brother. He put hands, shoulders, knees, and toes on that boy. You know, he damn near knocked Frank Martin out. Let's be honest. If we're gonna keep it a G, let's keep it a G. If it wasn't for them mouth guards keep on getting spit out his mouth, he would have knocked Frank the fuck out. You know, so I don't know. I just hope he keeps his eye on the prize, because Nair Albright, you know, he's a tough banger. He's definitely tough, and he's coming to fight. He seems like he got something to prove. You know, I know they asked Kelvin about him. Kelvin didn't want to go up into it. I guess it was hard sitting across the stage from the man that, I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna be ignorant today. From the man that you lost him, and now he's fighting your brother again. You know, we'll just do it that way. I'm not gonna stoop down to y'all level, because I know what y'all want me to say, but I'm not gonna say it. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, you know what? I don't know. Oh, you think so, Des? Oh, who you talking to? Too Rich? Too Rich. Hey, Too Rich, baby. How you doing? You think so? I know you say everything about to be an upset. Just stop. Every time a fight comes, you talking about an upset. Boy, go. Loma back outside, y'all. What we think? Yeah. Now, while Top Rank is over there fumbling in Norfolk, their biggest technician just walked back through our doors. Lomachenko is back, okay? His Top Rank contract expired. Look, I know I always got some type of conspiracy theory going on, but follow me. Listen, Vasily Loma, he's returning back to the ring, right? Right after his Top Rank contract expired. What is it? It expired like on what, the 12th or something like that? That timing ain't an accident, y'all. Don't tell me that timing is an accident. That is a statement. Okay. He didn't resign either before returning. He didn't extend. He's fighting his way back into the mix as a free agent. Now, who he gonna fight? I don't know. We can talk about that later. But right now, I speculate why he was not happy at Top Rank, right? Maybe Top Rank didn't deliver the biggest fights that he wanted. Maybe the Haney fight took too long to make. The Undisputed fights never kind of materialized for him. You know, he sat on the shelf for quite some time. You know what I'm saying? Top Rank managed its stable and its priorities around him. You know, he has, what is it, like I know he had a crazy number of amateur fights, like 400 or something maybe, right? You know, his skills, you know, he could be pound for pound number one, and he was sitting on the shelf, right? So I don't know, maybe he didn't take too kindly of that. This could also be like some sort of power move, right? Like he's a free agent now. He can shop himself around like a hoochie to whoever he wants, you know, to get the biggest fights. You know what I'm saying? Not the biggest contracts, but the biggest fights. You know, I don't know. Y'all think he might run on over to the Zuffa? I pray not, because who is over there for him to fight? You know what I'm saying? I don't know how many 135 pounders Golden Boy may have. I doubt he goes over there, though. You know what I'm saying? He can go wherever the competition is. That's what I recommend. And I only recommend maybe signing a 1 to 2 fight deal with whoever he decides to get into business with. Because if he doesn't want to be in a long-term contract, that would probably be his best, to shop himself around, like I said, as a free agent, prettiest girl at the prom, because he is still a big name. You know what I'm saying? He still does have a fan base. You know what I'm saying? So Loma should be good, yo. He's not coming back. He's coming back on his terms, honey. That contract expiring, like I said, is not a coincidence. Okay, so I can't wait to see what he's gonna do, though. I really can't. It's interesting that he comes back right after his contract expires. So I think that's telling us a lot. we shall see what he got going on as he make his way back. Hey, FaZe, how you doing, baby? Y'all make sure y'all smash the like button. Make sure y'all are supporting the channel as we are continuing to grow. Now, let's get into this crash out that was Honey, because I don't know what is happening. Some people are just emotional. Is it just me or are they emotional? My goodness, my goodness. Well, nevertheless, let's see what's going on. And we're gonna get into these receipts because mother spent her time last night looking for some of these damn receipts. So we're gonna get into them. Okay. Now I anticipate some pushback because some of y'all are, crybabies. Thank you, Big J. I appreciate you. Yeah, for sure. Yes, y'all make sure y'all are donating to the channel, honey. Make sure y'all are supporting me as I come up here to give y'all my commentary, the news, child. Let's see what else we got for the people. Here we go. I could barely stomach this to download it, y'all. So bear with me.
Amboo's career before it started.
Yeah. I don't know about that.
I've been said fucked him up. I would have knocked him the fuck out. And it's the reason why they went the other way. Stop playing with me.
Thank you. Thank you.
Stop playing with me. Real boxing motherfuckers know why they went the other way. He wasn't ready yet. He needed a couple of more fights, they said. Stop playing. Y'all be
Come on, bro. What I'm talking about. We already said
that's right. That's right.
But I don't allow.
It ain't his time, bro.
That's right.
It ain't his time yet.
And I be trying to be nice because I support the young fella and all that, and he black and shit. I want to see him succeed.
That's my thing.
Niggas can't come up to me and do the same shit that they can do with other niggas. Niggas don't do that with me. I would slap the piss out of niggas' face. Niggas know who to play with.
But that was also what I said. His career is already in.
Niggas don't even really be saying my name. They be like, oh, I'm with everybody. I'm on everybody. I would stop everybody. Niggas say my name. Niggas say I knock. I want to be there.
Well, damn. Listen, like I said, emotional, very emotional. But let's go ahead to the damn receipts, shall we? Let me get up out of this because I had just found some of the tweets between Bill and we'll get into that. Anyway, let's get into Bud's his crash out, right? Bud Crawford. Oh, but let's give him his flowers first so people say we hate it. So Bud Crawford, he retired, 42-0? Right? His last fight, we see him beat Canelo. Some say he going to the Hall of Fame, first ballot Hall of Fame, right? Obviously, that was $1 million worth of game with Gillian Wallow while Bill was there, of course. And the crash out over Juwan Ennis, I'm not gonna lie, it made me a little uncomfortable, right? So the whole I smack him and all that. Let's just watch it.
Amboo's career before it started.
Yeah. I don't know about that.
I've been said
fucked him up.
I would have knocked him the fuck out. And it's the reason why
they
went the other way. Stop playing with me.
Thank you. Thank you.
Stop playing with me. Real boxing motherfuckers know why they went the other way. He wasn't ready yet. He needed a couple of more fights, they said. Stop playing. Y'all be
Come on, bro. What I'm talking about. We already said
that's right. That's right.
But I don't allow. It ain't his time, bro.
That's right.
It ain't his time yet.
And I be trying to be nice because I support the young fella and all that, and he black and shit. I want to see him succeed.
That's my thing.
Niggas can't come up to me and do the same shit that they can do with other niggas. Niggas don't do that with me. I would slap the piss out of niggas' face. Niggas know who to play with.
But that was also what I said. His career is already in.
Niggas don't even really be saying my name. They be like, oh, I'm with everybody. I'm on everybody. I would stop everybody. Niggas say my name. Niggas say I knock. I want to be there.
Now, somebody got to fill in the blanks of me. Is this did Boots say something? Because this crash out was like unwarranted if he didn't. Did Boots say something in one of his press runs that got Crawford upset? I'll end his career. The anger, he just seemed very upset. You shouldn't be this upset about a fighter you said you'd beat easily. If this fight was like never a threat, right? This is what I don't understand about people that just be like saying craziness about Boots. If he's not a threat, right? Why are you still defending yourself months into your retirement? You don't scream about someone who isn't on your level. You laugh at him and move on. I don't understand that. right? But let's go back to the receipts. From what I can find, right? And somebody, I'm sure one of y'all will come up here with y'all cape on later. From what I can find, back in July of 2022, this is when Boots was heavily calling out Crawford. Now, I do remember that, right? He was saying like he's faster, he's smarter, he's stronger. Whatever, he can do, I can do better. This was like in the very beginning, if I'm not mistaken, of their names kind of being aligned or swarming around one another. He was like, I'm older, he's older, I'm younger. The challenge was issued while Bud was still at 147. Now, somebody came up here before on the platform and said that Bud inherited that mandatory from EJ after he beat EJ. I do want to put that out there. Okay. This is after, Crawford beat Spence for undisputed. Ennis is the IBF champion. Well, the IBF mandatory. Now, on paper, we know that whatever's on paper, sometimes it don't always happen that way. We know that. But on paper, Boots should have been next up. Boots was the mandatory, right? But somehow, some way, in November of the next year, this 2023, right? There was supposed to be a rematch between Crawford and Spence. Now, there was some sort of rematch clause. I guess they were haggling on what weight class. I think EJ wanted it at 154. Bud said, no, you can get it at 147. I guess EJ, we know that he was looking drained at 147. He didn't want to do 147 anymore. And then I guess in the midst of all of that, this is listen, y'all, this is what I could find because it's all smoke and mirrors to me. From what I can find, the IBF then stripped Bud because he did not comply with his mandatory obligation, right? And then that's how Boots got elevated to the full champion. It was taken from Boots because it was taken from Bud because he wouldn't fight Jerron Boots Ennis. He did not vacate that title. He was stripped. Okay. And then I think in 2024, that's when Boots was still saying he wanted that fight. He tried to make the fight multiple times. I don't know. Boots seemed like he was chasing the fight, but who knows? Who really knows? But from what I can find, then I think it was who was it? Bomac or one of them admitted that maybe they'd circle back to that fight down the line, and then it never happened. I just don't know. I know that he went up and fought Madrimov. So I don't know, for the WBA, instead of defending his title against Boots, he went up and fought Madrimov. So I don't know, and then we saw him move up again and fight Canelo, and now he's retired. So I don't know. But my thing is this, Bud, you're 42-0. You beat Canelo. You are what some people consider the first ballot Hall of Famer. Why are you on FaceTime with Gillian Wallow screaming? Why are you screaming? Just acting a fool. You didn't vacate the title. They took it from you. Your own coach even said that maybe they'd circle back to the fight. Whatever happened, you didn't circle back. You moved to 154, then you moved to 168, and now you're retired. So I don't know. I get it if it's high risk, low reward. But then somebody said he was a Timu Crawford, calling Boots a Timu Crawford. It's just a mess. It's just a mess. I don't know. But I do know that he was the mandatory, whether he inherited it or not. And I do know that you got stripped for not fighting the mandatory. That is what I do know. That is a fact. All of the situation and the circumstances surrounding that fact is a little fuzzy because, like I said, when I put the timeline together, it was kind of all over the place. But from what I can understand, he was the mandatory. He did inherit it from EJ, but you did not fulfill the mandatory. You got stripped. That's it. For whatever it's worth, he's saying that he would have ended Boots' career. That is a fight that I would have liked to see. I think that Boots was skilled enough to at least compete with Bud Crawford. I don't know if Boots would have won. I don't know if Bud would have won, but I do know that is a fight that people were interested in seeing. That's a fight that never came to fruition. So, of course, people are going to question it, especially since you allowed yourself to be stripped for not fighting him. There's going to be more speculation and more conversation around that fight. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know why he's so upset about somebody that he would beat easily. That just doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. I don't know. You definitely would miss him. I agree. Bud owes some fights. Yeah, I know that's what he said. So that's what I'm saying. I don't understand why he's so upset. If you don't really care about that fight, or you think, you would have beat him easy, then why are you so upset about it? It seems like there's something deep in your conscience. You know what I'm saying? Like it just seems like it's something in your conscience that got you upset about that situation. And I'm trying to figure out what that is. But whatever. You retired now. Go enjoy life. You shouldn't be so upset about certain things. Now let's get into this next thing. Now I only took like 2 or 3 screenshots because honey, they be getting back and forth, acting a fool, and I had to steal it anyway because I couldn't find the X. I had to steal it off of Fight Hype. Shout out to Fight Hype. But Ryan Garcia and Bill Haney, I would somebody please get them together. I want them to fight now. I don't even want to see the son fight him no damn more. I want to see him fight Bill. I want to see Ryan fight Bill at this damn point because they more interested in damn Devin. Devin don't seem to be saying nothing. It's all about Bill and Ryan for whatever reason. So they was on, from what I can understand, X, going back and forth about, I guess, training, about the fight, about the weight, of course, and man, listen, I'm gonna give y'all my verdict on that particular fight as well too. I said it in my video. I'm not sure what part of this Devin is not understanding, or Bill is not understanding, or whatever the case may be. But that is your legacy fight, my boy, whether you want to believe it or not. But we see this. Shut your BA up. You're somewhere where to be real and understood, you just want your butt whooped again. My dad would coach you any day. So I don't know if he's talking to Devin or Bill. It just got confusing after a while. Like I said, while Bub was crashing out over there, Ryan over here crashing out with Bill. Not even Devin. I don't think it was Devin. I think it was Bill. They've been going on and on online. Bill doing, of course, what Bill does, what I'm saying, antagonizing and running his mouth. So, him and Ryan got up into it. Bill has been on his tour lately. I don't know what he got going on either. In every interview, I still ain't heard that announcement about that 100 million, but I guess we'll wait. Bill is obviously still pushing the VADA situation. Devin, like I said, Devin really hasn't really made much noise about this. He'll say a few things here and there, but it's really Bill. Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now. Ryan Garcia is in the WBC clean boxing program right now as we speak, which means he is testing. He is subject to random drug testing through the WBC's program. He is not avoiding testing. Okay, guys? He's not avoiding VADA. Those are two different things. Well, he is avoiding VADA, but he's not avoiding the testing. Okay. We understand what happened. Ryan has spoke about this. We've all said the same things. He does not want to use VADA again. He wants to use USADA or another organization. And he gave specific reasons. He said that Bill keeps pushing VADA, which we know he does. He said it's strange. I agree. They're too entangled. They're a little too close to the VADA situation, in my opinion. Right? They should not have that much of a personal relationship with the people who run the testing agency. That's just, to me, a conflict of interest. Right? They're too entangled. Now, before y'all say that, Ryan is making excuses, I don't know how many of y'all are familiar with Victor Conti, the whole Balco founder. He built this entire career on beating drug testing systems. And then now, also after going on camera saying he knows how to beat the test, right? I'm paraphrasing, but that's, he said something of that nature. And now he's like one of the founders of VADA. And, I can understand why Ryan is saying he does not trust them. And he said before, when they had the fight, when they were in the middle of the street, he said that he thinks that was a contingency plan in case, Devin lost. And then also the biggest thing for him was that how did Devin's younger brother know that he was going to pop dirty before he actually popped dirty? You know what I'm saying? Line that up with Victor Conti, knowing exactly how to maneuver the drug testings. I could see how Ryan could be a little skeptical. And if he's willing to still test, but just doesn't use VADA, what's the big deal? And it's not like VADA is some listen, it's not like VADA is the greatest because it still can't catch you until after. How many of these boys pop dirty after their fights? You know what I'm saying? So I could see if it was like rapid and they could do it right before the fight and the test will come back right before the fight. So it's like, I really don't understand. You know what I'm saying? Where they're coming from with all of this. But listen, I don't know. But Bill is everywhere screaming VADA, VADA, VADA. You have to ask yourself, why specifically VADA? Why not use SADA? Why not use the WBC clean boxing program? Why does it have to be the organization that Victor Conti established? I don't get that. Now, like I said before, that is his legacy fight, whether people want to believe it or not. It is. It's just the facts. You know what I'm saying? That is his legacy fight. That's the fight that will really, change the trajectory for him, because that's the fight that fumbled his trajectory, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Yeah. Y'all terrible. Hey, Miss Joey, I feel better already. Security is in the building. But yeah, y'all, I'm gonna let y'all come up in just a second. I just wanted to do I got any more? Oh, yes, I do. I'm sorry. I know I've been like talking my ass, but I do want to just one real quick, because while I was researching Bud and his whole meltdown and crash out, and then I was looking up the stuff for Boots, it just really got me thinking, like, after all, it's a lot going on in boxing, right? And some of it is like, oh God, please. And then some of it is really is genuinely to be spoke about, at least, right? I mean, we saw the crash out with Bud and all of that, but let's talk about the ones who are doing and moving the way that we want them to move in this sport, right? Like, so next month we have an amazing fight at the end of the month. We have Jerron Boots Ennis and Xander Zayas, right? Those are two guys who are moving the way you would expect them to move in the sport that you claim that you love, right? For a few reasons. Like Xander Zayas, and a lot of people don't give Xander his credit for this, but Xander does not have to fight Jerron Boots Ennis. He could fight whoever the hell he wants. And he got 2 belts. If he was playing it safe and he didn't believe in himself, you know what I'm saying? He could do what a lot of these guys are doing and just, fight somebody else and make sure that he keeps them belts, but he's not. He's given Jerron Boots Ennis an opportunity. He's given him 50-50, which he absolutely still don't have to do. You know what I'm saying? And for whatever reason, I don't know if people have a problem with this fight or, whatever the case may be, but I just want to take a minute to say, I think that's amazing that he's given him this opportunity, an opportunity to fight for 2 belts when Jerron Boots Ennis only has an interim. You know what I'm saying? I think that Xander is proving that he is willing to challenge himself. I think that he proves that he believes in himself. We know that Boots believes in himself. I think this is an opportunity for both of these young men to good names on their resumes. Win, lose, or draw, I'm just proud that they're not afraid to put it all on the line. You know what I'm saying? I'm just happy to see that somewhere in this sport there still are some real niggas. You know what I'm saying? Also, David Benavidez, you know what I'm saying? He'll fight whoever you put in front of him. He's been calling out Canelo, but he ain't waiting on Canelo. You know what I'm saying? He'll get in there all the way up now to 200 pounds. You know what I'm saying? He's constantly challenging himself. Like I said, in the sport where not a lot of guys are. So it's definitely worth giving them their flowers and just letting them know that, at least we know that y'all still care enough to challenge ourselves in a sport where challenging yourself is really what it's all about. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to shout them out and let them know that I definitely appreciate them. Here he go. He has to come in here with his nonsense every time. Hi, Tony. Anyway, back to me giving them their flowers. I'm just grateful. That's all. I'm just grateful that there's still some guys in this sport who are willing to prove themselves and put it on the line. So shout out to Jerron Boots Ennis. Shout out to Xander Zayas. Shout out to Bam Rodriguez. Shout out to David Benavidez. Shout out to, even some of the women who are putting it all on the line. I think O'Shea's fighting next week or at the end of the month. Amanda Serrano still out here fighting, putting her belts on the line. Katie Taylor has another fight coming at the end of the month. So, shout out to the men and the women in this sport who are still representing what this sport is meant to represent. So I just wanted to say that. Now listen, we might have to get ghetto with this and go on the internet and find this, because I am not letting this Negro slide. After I done did all that good stuff, let me get back to this Negro. I don't know if y'all saw this or not, and damn it, let me try and upload it while I'm up here. Schofield is over here running his mouth about Javonte yet again. And I got a few choice words to say to him, but I wanted to make sure we saw it first. Damn it. Why can't I? It was on Mill City, and I don't want to bring up the whole Mill City interview because you know what, I'm gonna have to. Because damn it, we gotta talk about that. But you know what? While I look for it and bring it up, let me just let y'all up here because I gotta find this. I really want to talk about this because when I saw it, I was like, what is he talking about? But I want to talk about that, and then I'm gonna let y'all move around, honey. I ain't gonna keep y'all up here all night. But while I look for that, I will let y'all come up here and tell mother what y'all think, honey, because I know some of y'all getting ready to come up here with y'all cape on for Bud, crying and lying like most of y'all do. But yeah, I mean, listen, there's really no buzz for this fight that's coming up this weekend. Although I suspect it'll be a good showing, or at least a good fight. But like I said, I hope that he's not sleeping on Wu. Like I said, Keyshawn should beat him. He should beat him. But I hope he's focused because, you know, he could catch you slipping at any given moment and things could be like, bloop, you know what I'm saying? So I feel bad for Richardson Hitchens having that kind of rep, though, in boxing. You know what I'm saying? It's terrible. So I don't know. Yeah, I know. I talked about that earlier, Miss Joette. You wasn't here, baby. We talked about him dropping that IBF. David is a 2 times up. Tony, I will have security escort your ass up out of here with that foolishness tonight. Who did David Benavidez? Here he come. I knew it wasn't gonna be long. Who did David Benavidez duck, Tony?
He ducked Arthur Benavidez, and now he's trying to get out of the Jai Opetaia fight. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
No, he didn't.
Are you on drugs? Yes, he did.
No, he didn't.
Why did he go to cruiserweight instead of fighting Arthur?
First of all, isn't Arthur sitting around somewhere waiting for Bivol?
Well, he was.
Turn your back down, Tony.
I don't have no background. What background do you hear?
Echo? I hear me
on my mic.
Yeah.
Is it better now?
Yeah. Okay. What you saying?
Hold on. Let me make sure the right mic is on. Hold on. Where's the mic? Yeah, it should be the right one. It's still echoing.
It's like a little bit, but go ahead.
Yeah, he could have fought Archer Beterbiev. He could have fought Archer Beterbiev, but instead he goes up to fight a joke of a fighter in Zurdo. Zurdo's pure ass trash, always been ass and trash. Zurdo, like they moved Zurdo to cruiserweight to fight the weakest guys because cruiserweight outside of like Jai Opetaia is a pretty weak division right now. So he went there. First off, Benavidez don't even really want to fight Bivol either, if we really want to be honest about it, because he's over here talking about, I'll fight you at a catch weight. We'll fight at 190. Well, 190 is already cruiserweight. That's really where the cruiserweight division begins. So what's the point of going to 190? Might as well just tell him to go up. Like 190 is cruiserweight. So he really doesn't want to fight Bivol. What's that?
Didn't he just fight at 200?
Bivol?
No, I'm talking about David.
No, what I'm saying is Benavidez is calling out Bivol, but he only wants to fight him at 190. He doesn't want to fight him at 175. He's like, let's do a catch weight at 190. My point is 190 is not a catch weight. 190 is cruiserweight. So that is already within the cruiserweight dimension. So again, you have that. Now, before he went up to fight shitty ass Zurdo, who nobody thought Zurdo had a chance. Come on, Zurdo's trash. Before he said, what? Tony, just check that YouTube and mute. There's no YouTube in the background. I don't know what he's talking about. Hold on. Yeah, I don't have YouTube. I don't have nothing in the background. But anyways, instead of going up to fight Zurdo, he could have fought Beterbiev. Beterbiev put out the challenge. He didn't want to fight him. That's after Beterbiev challenged him where they was at. 175, he moved up to fight Zurdo. Now that he gets a belt against Zurdo, he doesn't want to fight Jai Opetaia. He don't want to fight him.
That's
He's
not what he
looking
said.
for.
That's not what he said.
Yeah,
That's
that is
not
what he said. He said, "I'm
No,
not
it's
going to
not.
fight." Yes, it is. He said, "I'm not going to fight." Nobody said he had to fight for the Zuffa belt. Nobody said he had to fight for Zuffa. The dude's already been doing cross promotional fights, going over there to fight for Turkey. Like, so the idea that he has to fight for a Zuffa title is ridiculous when that's never even been mentioned. I'm telling you, man, David looks like a good fighter, but he's already ducked two people. And it's blatantly obvious that he did not want to fight Better Beef, and he doesn't want to fight Jai Opataya. Instead, he wants to have a catchweight against Beevil at 190.
He said it's on my end. I don't hear it. I don't hear it anymore. So it couldn't have been on my end. It wasn't echoing the whole time I was up here. How's on my end flat? But you just want to blame me. Anyway, Tony, so that information is 100% incorrect, right? So that's not what he said. He didn't say he did not want to fight Jai Opataya. He said he doesn't know why he would go over to Zuffa. If Jai Opataya wants to come back on this side and fight him, David absolutely would fight him. That's not what he said at all. The far as the Better Beef, from my understanding, Better Beef was sitting somewhere on the couch twiddling his damn thumbs waiting for the third fight with Bivol that nobody asked for. But he's open to fight all of these guys. He said he wants to fight Bivol. He said he wants to fight Better Beef. He said he's open to fight Jai Opataya. I don't know what you see or not seeing about David Benavidez, but I don't see him ducking no smoke nowhere. And I don't think anybody from 168 to up to damn cruiserweight, damn near heavyweight can beat him. I definitely don't think Jai Opataya's slow ass can beat him.
Well, Zerto's extremely slow ass was catching him with flush shots. So if Zerto's slow turtle ass could hit him, Jai Opataya definitely could hit him and hit him cleanly. So I don't even see how you get that. Now I'm trying to look for the exact quote so I don't misquote what Benavidez said. So as I look for that,
okay, good, because I found the other video that I wanted to share. So go ahead while you look for that. I'm gonna just play this. Okay, guys, I found the video that I wanted to address, that being Floyd Schofield. As we can see, they on Mill City Couch again. And I just be being tongue-in-cheek when I say Mill City Couch. I know they're not actually there, but you know, always over there. So I hope this is the part.
For money? They are bugging. We check. If we beat Tank, once we beat Tank.
Hold on.
Beat that staff. I've been saying we're going to.
Okay, so it is right here. I just got to rewind a little bit.
We studied boxing.
Settle down. I was reading the super chat here. Rodney Harris. Thank you for the 5-piece. Pops, Tank is not Tevin. Please don't make the comparison.
Listen, nobody said he was Tevin. Well, he's still a southpaw. Still fight their hand down, the same damn stance. Remember, styles make fights. It's 5 styles of boxing. Every style got a stance and a defense. If somebody's messing up on that stance and defense, we know it's a flaw. We know the counterattack to that flaw. Remember, boxing is a science that's been around for hundreds of years. This is what we do. We studied boxing. This ain't us just getting up in the morning and say, oh, we can fight. We know Tank flaws. We know Tank is way shorter. We got the reach advantage. We got the movement advantage. We have the power advantage. We have the youthfulness. What they think, Tank punch is going to hurt Floyd? Did a headbutt hurt Floyd?
Damn sure.
When he split and got up?
Well, I ain't about to fence. It did hurt.
No, but he still got up and still won in dominant fashion. When he got hit behind the head and went down, didn't he get up and win in dominant fashion? So it's like, what's going to hurt him that Tank going to throw? That we didn't see. No, for real, that we didn't see. That kid ain't gonna be ready for. But can Tank be ready for his punches at his youthfulness? How many punches he could throw, his angles, his combinations. Styles make fights. It has nothing to do with Tank. Personally, it's just I know we could beat that style. I've been saying we're gonna stop Tank.
Yeah, it
ain't like this just started. I've been saying it for years. I've been saying Tank was gonna run when we got here. Ain't that right, Millie? Because you interviewed me. So for the fans that's looking, this ain't something that started. We worked our ass up. Millie, you was around before we even got to number one. We were talking this and busting our ass to get to number one. Now we here not going to challenge the man we've been chasing?
Yeah.
It makes no sense. We said we would give half hours to charity. And people talk about you chasing for money? They are bugging. We check. If we beat Tank, once we beat Tank, kid become the face of boxing.
And who wouldn't want that?
They can't blackball that.
At all.
At all. Nobody can put the brakes on you. You stop Tank Davis.
So obviously, hold on. Because it's nauseating for me to even continue to listen to this nigga. But I just want to make a couple references, Tony, and then I'm gonna let you, if you found what you need, baby, I'm gonna let you go. So I want to just real quick, in case some of y'all are forgetting the history of Kid Austin, let's not forget the $10 million Abdullah Mason duck. Okay, asking for $10 million to fight Abdullah Mason when he's on a $1 million a year Golden Boy contract. Okay, that's not knowing your worth. Okay, that's a strategic duck, baby. You priced yourself out. So you never have to take the fight. You can say, maybe he's asking for too much, but the results are the same. No damn fight. Let's go to the pullout history. All right. The wrist injury, the food poisoning, the withdrawing from the Jojo Diaz fight. The pattern is there. When the tough fights get close, something always comes up. Okay. This kid, he had a decent win over Tevin Farmer. Yes, he did. However, and listen, he's right. They're the 5 styles of boxing. You know what I'm saying? I understand all of that and I get it. Styles make fights. I understand that. But what fight has he taken that would even remotely prepare him for a fight against Gervonta Tank Davis? And I'm not saying that it will be a good fight, but the way they're making it sound is wild disrespectful. Okay. You had several opportunities to fight several other guys and you turned them down. You're sitting on the shelf, waiting for Tank? Like, that don't really make no sense. And it's not a guarantee that you're going to be his first fight when he comes back. So again, you're sitting around getting rusty. You know what I'm saying? For what? For what? This is a lottery ticket and nothing more. It's nothing but a clout chase, right? Like, everybody has Tank's name in their mouth, yet they will not fight each other to save their goddamn life. I don't understand it. While you're sitting around waiting for a Gervonta Tank Davis lottery ticket, how about y'all get out there and fight some of the other guys in the division to make your name bigger, to have your name buzzing even more, to actually have something to bring to a Gervonta Tank Davis fight? It's just ridiculous. It's starting to get out of hand, y'all. I'm sorry. It's starting to get really out of hand. And I just, please, that little boy, please. But I take some verdicts. What y'all got? Tony, did you find what you was looking for, baby?
No, I couldn't find like the exact quote without having to go watch the video.
Don't worry about
but
it.
I just
Don't worry
remember
about
him saying that he's not going to fight Jai because he signed with Zuffa, which the Zuffa title doesn't have to be on the line.
That's not what he said, and I told you that's not what he said. He said he
Dana,
doesn't understand why he would fight, why he would go over there. He didn't say that the fight couldn't happen. I know.
Well,
exactly
he's already gone over there. He's already gone over there. He's a PBC fighter that constantly keeps fighting on the zone, so he's already gone over there. Like, he's already done other sides of the street, so he's not going to have to sign with Zuffa. Dana's already said that he doesn't have to sign with them. They're just going to make the fight. So it's not like he's crossing promotional companies. He doesn't have to leave PBC. None of that. They just going to make the fight like he's been doing with other company, with DAZN, etc. So it's really no different. If you're fighting for Turkey, you're still fighting for Turkey, whether it's DAZN Turkey or Zuffa Turkey. As long as you're not signing with Zuffa, what's the big deal? There is none, unless you really don't want to fight him. And again, I got to come back to, before he even tried to move up to fight Zerto, Better Be was calling him out. Let's fight right now. Beevil's not going to fight me. Let's fight. And Benavidez straight sidestepped him. So again, I don't
I don't know why he went to Zuffa. We couldn't make this fight right after this one. But now, I don't know if we got stripped, but I left. I put it as it is. I'm not going to go over that fight for the Zuffa title. But, I don't know. I think that would be a great fight to make in the future. I respect Dollaz. He's a great fighter. I think he has to come back over here to make these fights happen. We can't make no fights like this. I think they definitely losing the power. It's just a lot of politics. I think Dana White has shown that he doesn't want to do fights with PBC. And I don't want to even feel like, I don't want to sound like I'm disrespecting, but that's just what it looks like from outside. If we can come to an agreement and make a big fight, let's do it.
There you have it, Tony.
I mean, I heard what he said, and to me,
You
it
know
just
what I'm
sounds like a
saying?
whole bunch of. It sounds like a whole bunch of duck talk to me because ain't nobody
Well,
said that he had to fight for Zuffa. He's the only one saying that he's got to fight for Zuffa. All they're trying to do is make the fight, and he don't want to make the fight. Instead, he's calling out Bevel to fight him at a catch weight at 190. That's what he wants to do. He said we could put the cruiserweight title up on the line. You know, we'll fight at 190. My cruiserweight belt will be up for grabs, and then the light heavyweight titles can be up for grabs because we're fighting at 190. That's exactly what he said he wanted to do next. He don't want Jai. He don't want to fight a better beef. He's looking for even against Bevel at 190. He's looking for easy fights. Like Zerto was an easy fight. He's not looking for a high risk, low reward. If he's really that good, if you really are who you say you are, then go fight Jai Opetaia. You're not a light heavyweight no more. You came in 200 plus pounds. You fought at cruiserweight. You won a title. Go fight the number one guy at cruiserweight, and let's see how good you are. That's all I'm asking for. Let's see how good you are. That's it. That's what you should want from all fighters. Go fight the best. If you are the best, this is your time to prove it. Prove you're the best. Unfortunately, at 168, he was never allowed to prove that he was the best because Canelo ducked him. So he could prove that he was the best there. At 175, the fight with him and Bevel never happened. So he couldn't prove that he was the best there. But now he has the opportunity to fight who everyone in boxing considers the number one guy at cruiserweight outside of him to prove that he's the best of a division. So take advantage of it. This is your chance to finally prove that you are the best.
So Tony, you basically just gonna ignore everything he just said.
I did. No. I addressed everything that he said because nobody gave the ultimatum. In order for you to fight Jai Opetaia, you had to fight for Zuffa. Nobody has said that. Dana White is going on record saying that they're not fighting under Zuffa. They're just going to fight. They're going to make the fight.
So that whole part where he just said, if we can come to an understanding, yeah, why not? You just going to ignore that whole part.
Are you going to ignore everything that Dana White's been putting out and Benavidez has shown no interest in the fight since that?
I don't give a damn about a David Ben. I don't care nothing about Dana White. And I'm going to tell you why I don't care nothing about Dana White. Because Dana White is also the same nigga that told Jai Opetaia it was okay to put his belt on the line and didn't have the authority to tell him that he could do that, which is why he got stripped.
I don't like Dana White. I don't like Zuffa. I wish it wasn't in boxing. I don't care about Dana. All I'm saying is Dana White is the CEO of Zuffa. He's the one in charge of it. If the CEO is saying, we're going to fight you, you do not have to fight for us. You do not have to sign with us. Our belt will not be on the line. We're just going to have the best fight the best. Then that's all that matters because it's the CEO of the company saying you don't have to sign with us. If the issue was him going over to Zuffa and Dana saying you don't have to come over to Zuffa, then there should be no issue. The fight should be made.
That's what he just said, Tony. The man said if we can come to an agreement, then we'll fight. He said, I don't understand how all that's going to work, meaning him and his belts, because he's protective of his belts. He saw what happened to the other niggas that went over there, hopped their skippity ass over to Zuffa. They got their damn belt stripped. He just fought for them.
They got stripped. They got stripped because they got stripped because they signed with Zuffa. And Zuffa wants to be their own organization with their own belt.
Tony, do I have to play it again? That's what he just said. He said if we can work something out, let's make the fight. That's all he said.
Bruh, we'll see if it happens next. But he ain't been responding to nothing. All he's been saying is, I want to fight Bevel at 190. That's the only fight he's been talking about.
Oh my God. DJ, what you say? Floyd just all up in his feelings because he was technically had the title before the sanctioning bodies reinstated Tank. Listen, that little boy, I know. But Tony, what did you think about what I just played about
Floyd gonna piece your boy up. He gonna knock him out.
Oh my God.
Floyd Schofield, look, you gotta understand something.
Thanks for stopping by, Tony.
Nah, hold on now. We gonna bring it back full circle and around before this man fake being sick in the hospital with his dad saying he almost died of food poisoning. We gonna bring it back before that. You gotta remember, I was the same one running around whenever that fight got announced with Shakur, that Schofield would give Shakur a run for his money. That is not going to be an easy fight like everybody thinks it is. It's going to be super competitive because for the first time, Shakur is going to get in there with somebody as quick as he is with his hands. And Shakur going to be in for a real fight if he gets in there with him. Now, here's what I will say. We can all agree that Schofield ducked that fight with Shakur, but Ryan Garcia ducked fighting Devin Haney twice, and I stood 10 toes down saying that if you get Ryan in the ring with Devin, he will mollywop him. He will beat him from one side of the ring to the other. Everybody's like, no, he's not. He done ducked him twice. He's scared. He's scared. He's scared. I was like, yo, I'll admit he is scared. He ducked him twice. I can't argue that. But if you put him in the ring with Devin, he gonna beat that ass. And the minute he got in the ring with Devin, he beat that ass till that man shit on himself. So, I feel the same way about Schofield. Schofield may have like scary tendencies, but if you put him in that ring, he's gonna perform.
So here's my thing with that, right? Whether or not he can perform or not is really not the issue. I think his endurance, his longevity in that ring, because his last fight, he got 1 round in, so he really ain't been getting in no rounds. And who has he been in the ring with that's as skilled as Gervonta Tank Davis? Who knows how to set traps like Gervonta Tank Davis? Who has he been in the ring with that's even readied him for a fight with Tank?
Well, I mean, Tank ran from Tevin Farmer for years. So, that one round that he's spinning there with Tevin is not ridiculous. Tevin even ran up on Tank multiple times in person whenever he was a champion. When Tevin had the belt, ran up on Tank, wanted to fight. Now, I'm not saying Tevin could have ever beat Tank, but what I am saying is Tevin ran up on him several times in person with several videos all over YouTube begging for that Tank fight, and Tank never fought him.
Are you going to answer my question, Tony?
Who has he fought on the level of Tank?
Yes, that would prepare him for a fight with Gervonta Tank Davis. Who has he fought on the level of a Gervonta Tank Davis?
Well, I think I kind of just said that he fought the guy that Tank wouldn't fight. I think I just said that. I think I said Tevin Farmer was a guy that Tank ducked for years and wouldn't fight. Now,
you're telling me that you think Tevin Farmer would have beat Gervonta Tank Davis?
What I'm telling you is no, hell no, I don't believe that. That's irrelevant to the point. The point is Tank wouldn't get in the ring with him when he was in his face. When Tevin had a belt and he was signing him down, chasing him down, calling him out, Tank wouldn't fight him. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that I believe Tevin could ever beat Tank. I don't. But here's the problem. Tank is really no different than Floyd. They're both eye test fighters because Tank ain't never fought the best of any division.
And yet all these niggas want to fight him. So that just
because Tank gets knockouts, and just like Deontay Wilder at heavyweight, it doesn't matter how good or how bad they are. If they get a knockouts, people like watching it. Deontay Wilder got rich knocking off a whole bunch of tomato cans, but the minute he stepped up in competition, he got beat. Now I give it to him. Derek Chisora, that was a great win. That's his best win.
Hold on, Tony. Hold on, baby. I don't know who this is backstage, but you gotta turn your camera on. I never seen you on my panel before. So you're gonna have to turn your panel on. You're gonna have to turn your camera on, baby. You don't gotta keep it on, but you're gonna have to turn it on.
But Tank ain't gonna fight him. Tank gonna fight probably Loma, because Loma just came back out of retirement. That's probably gonna be the next move.
I don't know if he's gonna fight Loma or not, but my point is this, right? The young man, I ain't see anything, and what I saw was I don't know what that was. Boy, do you have warrants or something? Just turn your camera on so I can see you're a real person.
Yeah, they might do some weirdo shit.
Yeah, I can't let you on here. You taking too long, baby. Yeah. So what I'm about to say, this boy done threw me off. No. So here's my issue with the boy, Kid Austin, right? I don't really have anything to go on. Right? Like I really don't. I don't have anything to go on with him as far as like what I see, what he can do in the ring. Like I've never seen him set no traps. I never seen him like really get in there with somebody who's experienced or get in there with somebody who, is just maybe as fast, just as strong as him, and have to see him really like go the distance, have to see him set traps, have to see him really think. I don't know what his ring IQ is. I don't even remember his damn footwork because like I said, the last time we seen him in the ring against Tevin Farmer, it all just happened so goddamn quick. And might I remind you, like Tank said, he ain't got none of that twitchy shit. You know what I'm saying? And Tank is a very experienced boxer. So, and like I said, I don't know if who the hell will win. But I am saying that the way they talking to me is a little reckless. Like, I mean, he talking about what he'll do to all of these different boxers, yet he ain't got his ass in the ring with not one of them.
The only one that he had the opportunity to actually fight thus far was Shakur, and we know how that turned out. But outside of that, he really hasn't had the opportunity because Schofield's still on the come up. He's still young. He's still waiting for that fight to make him who he is. And that's what Shakur could have done. And if he does get Tank, that's what Tank will do for him. If he wins, it'll make him who he is.
That's what I'm saying.
I know. But what I'm saying, I know, but I'm trying to get to a point. It's just like I've seen. I know he's got endurance because I've seen him
Hold on,
go
Tony.
12 rounds.
Hold on, baby. Hold on,
Okay.
Tony. I'm sorry. Now, Mello, I don't know what that is that you're displaying. That's not your face. I don't know what you got going on, baby. I just listen. I can't just be letting. I can let people up here, but if I can't see you for the first time and know you're a real person, I don't know what you're gonna do. And I'm working way
Nobody
too
can see
hard
you
to
but
build this
her.
channel. I'm
And
working way too hard to build this channel for some nigga to come over here and try to flash me and get my stuff taken down. So flip the camera around on your face. You don't got to keep your camera on, but he's like showing me a cartoon or something.
Yeah,
Turn the
but
camera around on your face so I can see you real quick and you're a real person. Because I can't let you on without it. If y'all want to do all this weirdo stuff and come back when I do Talk Your Shit Tuesdays, y'all welcome to do that. But until then, I can't take no chances. I'm sorry.
and
Go ahead, Tony.
the thing too, Mello, is nobody can see you but her. You're in the background, so nobody can see you. So you ain't even got to worry about exposing yourself because nobody can see you but her. All I was gonna say is
His camera is messed up. Anybody know this nigga? Do
no.
anybody notice this Ramello Dynasty cat?
Does he
Can
have a
somebody
YouTube?
know him? I don't know. Can somebody check that for me? I mean, if he legit, I'll
I'm
let
about to
him on
look.
if he want to talk. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I ain't
I'm
gonna
about
keep
to look.
nobody
I'm
from
about to look for
talking
you.
their
See if
shit,
he
but I
even has
can't
a
just be
YouTube.
I just can't be letting randoms up here, yo, that I don't know, that ain't never been over here. He might be a nigga that watching the bushes all the time, but I ain't never seen his name in my chat or nothing. It's okay. I'm trying to get you up here, but listen, I gotta see your face, baby. I never seen you on my channel before, and I never, I don't know what you
Okay,
got
so
going
he
on.
might be legit though, because he's got videos on his channel. He's got 272 videos and 95 subscribers. It looks like a whole bunch of like artwork on
Oh,
his
okay. Yeah,
page.
that's what it just showed. All right, you can turn your camera off.
So he might be legit though, because he's got videos.
You can turn your camera off now.
He's got 272. You
See,
got to turn
here we
YouTube
go.
off because I hear
You
me.
got to turn YouTube off, baby. You got to turn YouTube off, and then yeah, because I don't need to see your room. Turn your camera off and mute your YouTube, baby, and then you can go ahead. Okay, there you go. Oh, little chocolate brother, why you want to show your face? You got warrants or something? Go ahead. I can't. Go ahead.
You good now? Straight?
Yes, you can turn it off now. You don't got to keep it on.
With y'all. Like, y'all good?
You good?
Hey, shut up.
Go ahead. You can turn it off if you want. Now, what's up? What you want to talk about? YouTube off, and then
You good now? Straight?
Yes, you can turn it off now. You don't got to keep it on.
With y'all. Like, y'all good?
You good?
He got to mute YouTube.
You got to mute your YouTube. You can turn it off if you want. Now, what's up? What you want to talk about? YouTube off, and then
Good now? Straight?
Yes, you can turn it off now. You don't. It's like on a loop. You got to turn it off. Go out, and come back because it's like on a loop or something. You got to mute your YouTube, and then you can turn your camera off if you want, but you got to mute your YouTube because it's coming back.
I was just chiming in. I'm saying, yeah, I ain't never been on your page before and none of that, like, you know what I'm saying? But I was more or less scrolling. You know, I always do my lives and all that, you know what I'm saying? And yes, I got a page, a bunch of music. If y'all want to subscribe and hear some good music, you can do that as well.
What kind of music?
Ramello Dynasty, RS7 affiliates, Red Scorpion 7 is my brand, you know what I'm saying? But more or less, I am a boxing aficionado. I'm doing boxing all my life. Just never really did a page about boxing, but I see y'all talking about boxing and certain things and certain topics that came across my feed, more or less, you know what I'm saying? So I was just trying to chime in with y'all conversation, you know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? Build with the people. You heard? Like, that's all it's about.
That's what's up. So which topic piqued your interest? What topic you want to chime in, or did you want to chime in on all of them? You got to turn your YouTube off, babe. You're giving background. You're giving background feed. But go ahead. Which topic you wanted to chime in on? Tony up here lying, so you can chime in whenever you want to on Tony.
Always come with receipts. Always come
now,
with a
more or less, it's
cash
like, you know what I
app.
mean? I was just trying to see what's up, like, you know, with the whole tank situation. I hear, you know, a lot of tank situations and all that. But I mean, let's keep it a thou wow and all that with the tanks. Is like, I mean, who we gonna fight next? I mean, what I'm saying, like, I'm hearing Lomachenko just came back. Like, that might be a good fight for him. I'm hearing, like, you know what I'm saying, he trying to do other fights and all that. Like, what we think about Tank? Like, what's going on with Tank?
Well, that's what we're waiting to hear. If he's actually coming back, who he's going to fight. I heard a bunch of stuff too. I don't know if it's going to be Pitbull Cruz rematch or what direction he's going to go in. I heard he might be doing 140. We really just don't know. That's why I'm like kind of blown away by Floyd and why he's sitting around waiting for a fight that we just aren't sure is going to happen. He is the mandatory, is he not? I believe he's the mandatory, but that really don't mean nothing because
Yeah.
Tank, he can call his own shots. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, he the mandatory WBA mandatory.
he's still the mandatory, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, here's what I'm gonna say. I got my money on Kid Schofield doing Tank dirty if they get in there together. I think Floyd is gonna use his reach. He's very good. He's very good off the jab. He's very good with setting straight and leading shorter fighters into his hooks. I think the dude is highly underrated, and he just need that one breakout fight to show how good he really is. I think he's going to be a force to be reckoned with as long as you can get him in the ring. I just
he need to get a daggone fight. That's what the problem is. His last two fights he dropped out of mysterious illnesses.
Hold on, be more. Ramello, baby, you still got some background. Are you watching it on two separate devices? Because you're still, your background is still hey Jaquin, how you doing, baby? Dondrick said he's not the mandatory.
Yeah, my fault.
No, it's okay. Dondrick said he's not the mandatory, he's just number one. So that's our correction. He's not the mandatory, but I know he was. Dondrick, wasn't he? But then was he elevated? No, they were gonna elevate him, but then they reinstated Tank, so he dropped back down. You're right. Okay. I'm sorry. Go ahead, be more. Right. Go ahead, be more. Go ahead.
Yeah, he gotta get his ass in the ring in order to be able to, for somebody to trust his ass to be able to show up to the fight on time. I was like, it's been like 2 times in a row that this guy's did this. I was like, this is getting kind of ridiculous at the point. You know what I mean? And I've seen them little fugazi ass AI videos they've been putting together. You know what I mean? Looking whack, looking stupid as all outdoors. You know what I mean? Schofield coming in there in some tight ass damn skinny jeans with some cowboy boots and a cowboy hat. Thank God.
Bro, wasn't your boy Tank? Wasn't your boy Tank dancing in the fucking kitchen in his underwear with cowboy boots on?
Excuse me, I'm talking.
It's not your turn to talk.
Excuse me, I'm talking.
Go ahead, Mr. Lynch. I'm sorry. You know Tony's a wild animal.
Yeah, he's a clown, actually. But yeah, you know what I mean? But I'm like, yo, that shit ain't funny. Ain't nobody even buzzing about that. Nobody even paying his ass any attention. You know what I mean? Seriously. Right now, I believe that Auntie Schofield needs a paycheck, and they broke because those 2 fights they turned down, and they trying to find a way to get a paycheck. Which better way to get a paycheck is to try to go at the top dog. You know what I mean? But they don't call no shots on the top dog. The top dog call the shots. He ain't the face of boxing for no reason. His team chooses who he's going to fight when he going to fight him. You don't like it, too bad. Have a hissy fit. Who cares? You know what I mean? That's the way it is. That's boxing. That's A-side boxing. That's being the face of boxing. Whenever you speak, the internet listen now. So, man, whatever with Auntie. Tell him to go ahead, get his hair pressed, and get his locks pressed and cleaned, and go have another argument with a female saying, you my girl, and all this. Let him go off and do whatever he's going to do. But look, I like Floyd Schofield Jr. I don't like the father, but I like the son. And this is what I'm going to say, that I like him. Let him speak for himself. His ball's going to have to drop sometime in his life. You don't have to hold his hand everywhere you go. You don't need to keep his phone from him. You know what I mean? Let this young man, become a man, become a man, a grown-ass man. Seriously, enough is enough. Let him be a grown ass man. I say the same thing to Bill Haney. Yo, let Devin, but then again, Devin is kind of slow, so he need Bill a whole lot. You know what I mean? With his fake Timu Don King impersonation that he be doing. So, that's all I gotta say on that.
Well,
Why are
first
you
of
talking
all,
about
we're not gonna hold on, Tony. First of all, Mr. Lynch's thoughts and opinions about Devin being slow are not the thoughts and opinions of Jab Queen Boxing or her establishment. We do not support. We do not support calling people's children slow. We do not support that over here, honey. We are in support of all autistic children. Now, with that being said, go ahead, Tony.
I just want to know why Devin even got brought up whenever he's not even in the
I don't know.
conversation.
I don't know.
Lead $100 million
Hey,
man alone.
hey,
Just look,
look,
understand.
you got. I was talking about two farmers that's co-parenting their son's career.
All right, y'all getting out of control. Y'all getting out of control. One at a time.
I'm trying to talk to you about Tink. Look, man.
Anyway, no, we're not doing that, Tony.
I'm gonna be here for your tears when Kid Schofield puts them in the dust, because that's what he gonna do.
For real.
I'll be looking for you.
Let's go ahead and move. Hold on, Enigma. Romello, did you want to jump in here? They're a little rambunctious, but you can say something. If you want to talk, just tell me and I'll make them be quiet. You got anything you want to add to this particular part of the conversation?
Nah, you know what? More or less, Jab Queen. Like, I actually do want to see that fight with Tank and Kid Schofield. I think that might be a little entertaining fight. You know what I'm saying? Because Kid Schofield, he got the physique, pause, like you know what I'm saying? Look like he could knock something out, pause, like. But you know what I mean? We got Tank, right? Tank known for his knockout ratio and all that. But at the end of the day, that's a very entertaining fight. You know what I'm saying? I don't see nobody else going at Tank right now. Ain't nobody calling Tank out. Ain't nobody doing nothing. Ain't nobody saying nothing. You know what I'm saying? And this is the only nigga that really campaigning. Well, his pops is campaigning for him to fight him. Like, they took him into court and all types of wild shit. So I don't know. Like, this shit is very interesting. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who actually Tank, because nobody never heard from Tank yet, who he got on his radar. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what weight division he coming in, what weight class, and none of that. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to see. But right now, I see that Zuffa boxing is on the fire because everybody want to sign deals over there. Of course, we got Devin Haney with the $100 million and all that. Then we got Shakur coming in with a couple, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to get very interesting in a couple of months going into the next year, you are.
Hey, Ty, I'm about to hop off. I'm about to go hit the gym, but I just want to say this. I wrote this earlier in the chat, and I'm just saying it because I seen that you said I didn't see the Bud crash out. I don't know what he crashed out about, but I'm gonna restate this, and I'm not saying anything because I have no proof. I'm just saying I see coincidences, and I think things are funny. I find it funny that the minute Victor Conte passes away, Bud retires immediately. On that, I'm out.
Goodbye, Tony. Thank you as always for such an illuminating panel segment. Go ahead, Enigma. You said you had something to say, baby.
Yeah. What's happening, everybody? What's good with it? I heard Tony say something real crazy, man. If they were to put Ford Schofield in there with Javante right now, he's gonna get a hard factory reset, man. That's what's gonna happen. The boy gonna get hurt because one, Floyd Schofield is not a better boxer than Tank. He doesn't have the IQ.
You going in and out, Enigma. You gotta fix yourself, baby. Enigma, baby, you going in and out. You're gonna have to fix yourself. But I said that before you came up here. I said that yeah, who has he fought to get him ready for a fight with Gervonta Tank Davis? And there's no disrespect to them. Like I said, I like Kid Austin too, and I also wish that he would talk more on his own, like Mr. Lynch said. Let him speak, let him build his own, fan base and everything. Because everything out his father's mouth is we gonna stop Tank. We. So it's like, boy, you ain't getting hit upside your damn head. So let your son speak just a little bit more on his own. You know what I'm saying? But I posed the question myself. Who has he fought that would get him ready for the likes of a Gervonta Tank Davis?
Nobody.
So,
Nobody.
I don't know. It's just a question. I appreciate the young lion. Want to test itself, but there's other tests that you got. You don't just get to go to the head. You should have
Right.
rematched. You should reschedule that fight with Shakur. You should have tested yourself against the JoJo Diaz's and other tough competition to see if you can even line up to a fight with Gervonta. You know what I'm saying? But they don't want to take the chance of taking a loss before getting that big bag. And Tank breeds stars. When he whoop you out, you're a star after that. You know what I'm saying? So I understand that completely. I'm just the way he's talking is a little wild to me. That's all. It's just a little wild to me.
It is. Very.
No, it's real. It's more flamboyant than wild.
Mr. Lynch, be nice. Oh my God.
I can't. It was just there. Look, I'm listening to your show and I'm in the chat on your show at the same time I was on Dean's show, right?
Oh, okay.
And I did that earlier. I was on Cam's show and I was on Dean's show at the same time. But I was sitting there talking to Dean and G Mills from YSM, and I hear his guy voice, and I look over, I'm like, oh man. That's when I wrote that quote that Tony, whatchamacallem, when I heard this response, when I said Tony is full of poop.
Oh, that's when you saw that?
Yeah.
Tony was coming up here hating. Tony was coming up here hating.
Oh man, he hate like crazy. That man can't help himself.
What link, Big Dre, baby? What link you talking about that you need to be reposted? Or do you want me to replay the video? What are you talking about? Cash said Kid ain't got 12 rounds of gas. Hey, yo, that's what I said too. How's that gas tank? Because the last fight you was only in the first round. What, he knocked Tevin Farm out in the first round? Second round?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
First round.
First round. So you don't have the rounds in you.
You don't have no rounds on them boots.
Do you have the IQ? Do you have the IQ to see Tank's traps coming? Can you move around his traps? You know what I'm saying? It's a lot going into that fight, and I'm not saying he can't do it. I'm just asking what experience has he gained in the last fight or two that he had? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, Big Dre. Yeah, sure. I'll repost the link. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It's just a question. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, Big Dre. I repinned the link, Big Dre. I think. Yeah, y'all can't see the link? I don't know. It's pinned right there. I repinned the link, Big Dre. Replace pin message. Okay. There it is. Yeah, so I don't know. But now I also covered the fact that Bud crashed out a little bit.
But I mean, let's talk about it real quick though. Wasn't old boy Schofield supposed to fight Lucas Body or some shit like that? Or a fight like that? What happened to that fight though?
He was supposed to fight him. He was supposed to fight JoJo Diaz. He was supposed to fight Shakur Stevenson and didn't fight any of them. That's Ramello. I don't know why his feedback is like that, but your feedback is still there, baby. They complaining in the chat about your feedback. Just mute when you're not talking so we don't get a lot of feedback. But yeah, those were 3 fights he was supposed to be in the last year and a half, or that he did not complete. So, but now you're talking about you want to fight Tank. It's like, who did you fight to get you ready for a fight with Gervonta? And even Oscar said he not ready. That fight is not ready. It's okay. Even you know what I'm saying? Yeah, his passport. Y'all so silly. I can't take y'all seriously. Oh shoot, Big Dre, I'm sorry. I thought I had you up here and then I didn't. Go ahead, Big Dre. Talk to me, Big Dre. What's up?
What's going on? I just wanted to come up here.
What up, Big Dre?
Hey, what's going on now? Well, first of all, I wanted to jump up earlier, but as soon as I was ready to do so, my phone rang and I got put out because my wife is talking about dinner. The Kid Austin wanting to fight Tank Davis, I think the boy's delusional. I think his father's delusional. I think between, the group of them, they have enough delusions to last them a while. It's he think he can beat Tank Davis Isn't Kid Austin the one that was, Mr. Stool, almost Mr. Stool in the middle of a fight? I mean,
Yep,
I might
Yep.
be
yep, that's
wrong, but
him.
so I
That's
think
him.
somebody had him wobbled, and he missed the stool. It's he don't have enough fights under his belt. You know, he might know the 5 styles of boxing, but does he know the power of a left hand uppercut? The man is he in that place where things gonna go to die because he gonna get hurt. The man is not ready for it. There's no way to get ready for it. He in that thing, and it's gonna be bad for him. All I can see is bad things happening to the man. And if he wants that to happen, I'm willing to pay for it. But that's just me. I might be wrong, but I think he's delusional, and his delusions will catch up with him the day he steps into the ring with a Tank Davis.
So
He
listen,
might know the 5 styles of boxing, but he just don't know how that uppercut hits. He might don't know how um,
so listen.
that left hand comes across the top and puts people on the canvas. Um, and there are many of fighters who have tasted that and found out the truth, of a Gervonta Tank Davis. They don't call the man the Tank for nothing.
Um,
He different. He built different, and things will be very, very different if he get in the ring with a Gervonta Davis. That's what I got to say. Also got some a fight announcement for those in the DMV. Come on out and support Star Stripes and Fights on June 6th. A night of amateur boxing at the Strand. That's 5131 Nanny Helen Burroughs Avenue, Northeast DC. This is a night of amateur boxing celebrating 250 years of America, put on by Baby Girl Productions. Boxing Not Bullets, Baby Girl Productions. They targeted at-risk youth in the DC metro area. Come on out, amateur boxing, Saturday, June 6th, and see the next generation of fighters coming to a state near you, coming to an arena near you.
all right. Well, thank you so much, Big Dre. I don't know if you were here for the entire show, but I'll recap it really quick. People were saying that the reason I don't know who
Did y'all
somebody
get
need to
me?
mute. Yeah, we got you. We heard you, Big Dre. We heard you. So I don't know, like I said, how long you were here, but in the beginning of the show, we went over the speculation that Robert Garcia made about Richardson Hitchens
Hello, let me
and
go back out and come back in.
the reason.
Because
Oh,
I
okay.
don't think nobody can hear me, or I can't hear nobody.
We can hear you. You
We can
probably
hear
can't
you.
hear us.
I can hear you. I can hear you, Dre.
Okay, so go out and come back in then, Big Dre, since you can't hear us. I'm gonna boot you and then just come back, okay? But yeah, so just a recap because I see more people coming in the building. Y'all make sure y'all smash the like button. Make sure y'all are supporting the channel if y'all can. So earlier in the show, like I said at the top of the show, we talked about how Robert Garcia said that Richardson Hitchens pulled out because he was calling around asking people how hard does Duarte hit, asking his former opponents how much, how's his power, how do you beat him, stuff like that. And then Oshaki dropped his bombshell about the rumors that's also going around in boxing about Richardson Hitchens.
Hitchens scary as hell. I've been knowing that. Like I've been knowing that for years. Like that's been the word in boxing. Like they had to pump him up for certain sparring sessions, woo woo. And he know what I'm talking about. I ain't gotta go say who he is sparring with the woo, but they had to put a key in his back to go spar and stuff like that. He got a heart problem. He got heart problem, not a physical heart problem. He just ain't got no heart. You see what he did with Duarte? Hell, I'm worried about Hitchens for he's scared like that.
So he said that, and then obviously that was followed. I don't know which came first, Robert Garcia or him, whoever came first. We covered over how Roy Jones Jr. spoke about Zuffa boxing.
It's not about talent and winning no more. It's about who they want there. And that's what they're trying to do to boxing. I'm sorry. That's not right. I don't care who you are. Talent, skill, hard work, all those things should determine who's the best, and you should have an opportunity to get a shot at the best if you want the best. Not have to kiss their ass to get to the best, but they got total control of it. You got to kiss their ass or you can't fight. You got to move out of the country. That's right. That's what we want to see in boxing. No, it's not, but that's what's about to happen, and they too idiotic to understand that. Most of the people around too idiotic to understand what's really happening. They don't understand. By the time they get it, it's already too late. It's almost too late now. Nico understands, that's why he went there. Oscar understands, that's why he went there. But most people in boxing don't understand. They see a few money, oh, that's great money. No, it's not. It's great money now, it's not great money tomorrow. History's gonna be erased. There's gonna be no such thing as WBC, WBA, IBF, and WBO champ no more. Chance Crawford was known for being the four belt era champ more in 3 weight division. That's gonna be gone now. No such chance to do that anymore. And that's what we want in boxing. So we're gonna kill the history to make it look like UFC. Not make it out of there with that. I'm sorry, I can't do it.
So as you can see, he's very passionate. We went over the press conference that was very lackluster with Keyshawn Davis and Nair Albright. Their fight is this weekend, guys. So if y'all forgot, or like I said, the promotion has not been all of that, right? But I did get a couple snippets, and I'm just going to play them for the people that are just coming in, and then y'all can go around the panel and tell me what y'all think about
Brian Norman Jr. Brian, you took a loss your last time out against Devin Haney. You made some changes. You have a new head trainer in your corner in Ronnie Shields. How sharp are you feeling? How different are you feeling coming into this fight?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. I've been loving the process, loving the journey, and May 16th, I'm just ready to show what I have learned during this time.
So what will be different on Saturday about Brian Norman Jr.? What are some of the things that you've been working on with Ronnie Shields?
Pace and mindset behind what you're doing pretty much. So just being more smooth and cool when you get in the ring and go out and just let the game come to you pretty much.
You know, it's always a tough decision to make any changes within your team. You and your father, of course, were a pretty formidable team winning that world championship. What was it that made you believe that you needed that new voice in your corner?
Sure, we still a team. It's about what's in you, not what's on you. So, Brian Norman Jr., that's what's in me all day long. So, I just feel like I need to go out, get some more experience real quick. You know, got my dog Ronnie right here with me, and you know, we're learning and growing each and every day.
You told me earlier, Dad will be in the building on Saturday. I'm guessing he's going to be vocal in the building on Saturday.
You know, you can't help that. That's my dog.
You won a world championship. You've been a world champion at 147. Is the motivation just to become a two-time champion? Is there a different motivation this time around?
Of course, I got that chip on my shoulder, but it's all about just going out there and being yourself and doing what you do. Take each fight at hand. So right now, May 16th, that's all I'm focused on. And whatever comes next, that comes next. But May 17th is not a promise. All I'm very focused on is May 16th.
You have said you want to fight any of the world champions out there at 147, but how much are you motivated by the potential of that rematch with Devin Haney?
Of course, I'm motivated by that, but once again, May 16th.
All right.
Well, that was Brian Norman. And I have to be honest, he sounds very focused on his goal. Like I said, I want to see how he does with Ronnie. I think a couple of fights before he tries to go back for the rematch. And then, sure, why not? You know what I mean? Poor Richardson Hitchens. They giving Richardson Hitchens a hard way to go, ain't they, y'all? Damn shame.
He ran to hide the Zuffa. He in the Zuffa Protection Agency.
Shut the Zuffa Protection.
Zuffa just don't know how to act to save his life. Oh my goodness. All right, what's going on, Crush? How you doing, baby?
What's going on? Salute to you. Salute to the panel in the chat.
Salute.
It's going on, Jab Queen. Same voice, this shit going on. Nothing new.
Okay, well, what you got for the show? I mean, we heard what Shaquie thinks about Richardson Hitchens and what Robert Garcia said about him earlier. Roy Jones Jr. is very passionate. I covered Bud Crawford's crash out. Let me play it again for you.
Yeah. I don't know about that.
I've been
It fucked him up.
I've been said
knocked him the fuck out. And it's the reason why
Hit his
they
gut.
went the other way. Stop playing with
Thank
me.
you. Thank
Stop
you.
playing with me. Niggas, real boxing motherfuckers know why they went the other way. He wasn't ready yet. He needed a couple of more fights, they said.
Stop playing. Y'all be
Come on, bro. That's what I'm talking about. We already said
That's
that.
right.
He already
That's
said
right.
I was lying.
But I don't.
It ain't his time. Brian said
That's
the
right.
same thing. It ain't his time yet.
And I be trying to be nice because I support the young fella and all that, and he black and shit. I want to see him succeed.
That's my
But
thing.
niggas can't come up to me and do the same shit that they can do with other niggas. Niggas don't do that with me. I would slap the piss out of niggas' face. Niggas know who to play with.
But that was also what I said. That his career is already ended.
Niggas don't even really be saying my name. They be like, oh, I'm with everybody. I'm on everybody. I will stop everybody. Niggas say my name. Niggas say I knock. I want to be there.
Well, we can see
Tough.
he's very angry.
He said his name in that interview. He said
Yeah,
his
Bud
name.
Tough, yeah.
But he already said your name. He said it in the interview. He said, yeah, I can knock
Bud
him
gonna
out.
come back.
I'm like that. I'm really
Also,
like
he
that.
did say, okay, because I was wondering what caused this crash out. Because I was like, well, what? Why did Bud come? Remember, I was asking earlier, like, well, did Boots say something? That's why?
It was an interview that Boots did.
I don't think Boots want that smoke though.
Man, I don't think Bud want that smoke because Boots been calling him out for a minute.
I don't know why Boots wouldn't want the smoke. I mean, he was a mandatory at 147. That fight was never happening. But I don't know who was in that fight. I think it would have been a good fight. I don't know why Bud never fought him and why you're so angry now. It just doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
You right.
What, Boots ain't supposed to want to smoke because Bud getting mad and getting loud? That shit don't mean nothing.
Right.
You right, Sammy. You right.
No, Enigma, you see our boy showing out on Riches and Hitchens? He said, I ain't worried about no damn Riches and Hitchens.
Yo, they
yeah, man, I'm loving it. I'm fucking loving it. I'm loving it. I'm telling you, man. My boy Shock a different breed, man.
I can't wait to the 30th. I can't wait to the 30th. I really can.
I can't
my
wait for
goodness.
that fight, man.
But
Oh,
look.
man.
Who y'all got?
He
Ray
gonna
Ford?
kick Ford ass.
Shock. Who y'all got? Ray Ford or Shock? Who y'all got?
I have Oshaki.
I got Shock all day.
Oh, Shock is gonna beat that boy ass, man. He gonna
I got
beat that
Shock
boy
all
ass.
day.
And the panel has spoke. That's what's up.
Who do you got?
I mean, you know what? I'm gonna hold you. Shock got a good jab. Ray Ford is like his name. He is savage. He beat the shit out of Nova his last fight and all that. Pause. But you know, I think Shock technically can give Ray Ford a lot of problems.
Out of these young guys,
He beat Abraham Nova damn near 40.
You right.
Listen, I mean, his performance against Nick Ball wasn't that great to me, but I can see what you're saying because he is fast. He seems pretty strong, so we're gonna see. That's a really good dynamic. But I in the end, I think that I think Oshaki got what it takes to kind of pull this off. Now, here is the rematch. I mean, obviously the press conference was today, 2 days before the fight. Like, come on, the buzz was. Top Rank really dropped the ball on this fight, but once again, here's Wu and Keyshawn at the press conference.
I just feel like it's stop anybody that get in the ring with me. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, Wu is another opponent. He gonna
It's
get in
not
the ring with
happening,
me.
bro.
And
It's not happening. It's not happening. Everything Keyshawn Davis says to me, it goes full circle. Last time he said there will be no more Wu. What happened? Time went on. He retired. The first fight, he said, I'm gonna knock out Wu. He didn't knock me out. He said his brother was gonna knock me out. What happened? I handled his brother. Everything comes full circle. He said I'm gonna be on SportsCenter. He was on SportsCenter for what he did for, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna even talk about, but he was on SportsCenter. So, you know what I'm saying? Y'all just gonna see Saturday night.
Keyshawn, you said
full circle. Full circle. He was telling me. He told me when I fought Kelvin. He said, he was like, get off my stage. This is my show. Now look where God has ordered me. I'm on the show. Main event. Full circle.
Support though.
Mm-hmm.
Wu got a little support.
I think Wu coming to do some work, man.
Yeah, he is.
Wu coming to do some
work, baby.
Then he going to sing.
I don't know if he's gonna beat Keyshawn, but like I said, and I've always said it, that Nair to me was Keyshawn's toughest test. So I don't know.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, he went the distance with Frank Martin.
Hey, look,
that look on
what's fucking around?
Keyshawn's face, he gonna
What's
crash
fucking with
out.
this? They fuck around and be a trilogy between them two.
That's a fact, bro.
Fuck around and be a trilogy between Albright and Keyshawn.
That's a fact, bro.
Only way I can see that happening is if it's a draw. If Keyshawn doesn't get another win, then maybe. But he got the win last time. It got overturned. He don't want to fight him now. He said that several times. You know what I'm saying? So and the tickets aren't doing that great. I don't really think.
Nope.
He edged that.
You hear how quiet that auditorium was? You hear how quiet it was in there?
Keyshawn edged that win out Albright, bro.
Yeah,
That was not an easy fight for him.
He beat his brother. He beat his brother.
He beat the dog shit. I mean, you know, I don't want to say that, but yeah, he beat Kelvin very convincingly.
I think Keon gonna be the best one out of all of them.
That's a fact. Keon
gonna be better.
That's a fact.
He like just like people don't agree with me when I say this shit. Shakur is nice, but I really fuck with Zay Quinn, man. I think Zay Quinn gonna be better than Shakur.
Zay Quinn Moses is the truth.
He got more dog in him, man. Zay Quinn
He
got
does. He got more dog.
Zay Quinn gonna be a problem.
I don't think the boy Zay Quinn gonna be better than Shakur. I don't see that.
Yeah,
I do, bro. I do. I see that.
Zay Quinn got dog in him. Zay Quinn definitely got dog in him.
Technically sound. He can fight he can fight on the inside. He do what his grandfather tell him to do.
And he will come and get you, nigga. He will come and get you.
Exactly.
Zay Quinn is 2.0. Zay Quinn is Shakur 2.0. Like, he stands in the pocket. He going to deliver. He got a great jab. Come on, man. Come on, man.
I don't think his jab is great. He just got in there. He got to show me some more for his jab to be great.
I agree. He's still early. I agree with you, bro.
And he got a little pop with him.
All right, one at a time, y'all. One at a time. We getting a little out of control. One at a time. What's going on, Band Up? How you doing, baby?
You know what it is. It's me, Jack Queen.
Band Up, what's up?
Yeah, you know what we on today. What we on? I just jumped in.
Right now we're just talking about. I don't know how they got on Zay Quinn because we were talking about. I don't know who we were talking about, but everything that we went over tonight was the what Roy Jones Jr. said about the Zuffa Act. What Shaquie said about Richards and Hitchens, and apparently that's going around in the boxing world. That Richards and Hitchens was running around here asking people how hard does Oscar Duarte punch and how to beat him. And then based on that, he decided to pull out the fight. We covered Bud's crash out. And then we covered Bill and Ryan going back and forth online, as well as the cards that are coming up this weekend. So, you know, you can chime in wherever you want. If you need me to play something, I'll play it. But that's pretty much where we are right now.
I'm here for a short time, not a long time. I'm just going to stop in and get my business.
Hey, Jab, I ain't catch that. I ain't catch the Bill and Ryan shit.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so they were going back and forth online, calling each other bitches and all that other kind of stuff here. Ryan told him to shut the F up.
Niggas is gay.
Basically over the Vada situation and you know, not wanting to test with Vada, but willing to test. Like I said, Ryan is on the clean boxing program, so he's already being tested. I'm not sure what they're expecting with Vada, but that's the age they are specifying him that he used, and he's basically saying hell no. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
I don't know.
You know what, Jack?
Yeah,
being that you are the Angela Davis of boxing, let's just jump into a quick topic. Who do y'all got, Brian Norman or this Canadian kid? Like, I see Brian Norman stopping him in 8, but I mean, what y'all think?
Yeah, we talked about that earlier. This is Brian Norman.
I missed it. My bad.
No, it's okay. This is his opportunity to show that he still has his confidence. This is going to be his first fight under Ronnie Shields, so I am looking to see how he looks. but I agree with you. He can't just win. He has to do it in a dominant fashion. He cannot struggle with this no-name kid that we don't know. And as far as Kelvin, I'm kind of worried for him against Dobson. Anybody else? Anybody else worried about him?
Dobson is a dog. Dobson is
That's
New York City dog. Fact.
Kelvin is not that great to me, man.
He really not. He not it.
Nobody believes him. He's tall and fluffy. He looked really hard. Like, come on, like we really believe in him. Like, let's get it.
He ain't no Sebastian Fundora, man.
It's so funny that you say that because I was thinking that the whole time, like he's not really it. And it's not that he's not good. It's just he ain't it.
He's not it. Facts, Jab Queen.
He's not.
He not.
He not it.
Hey, yo, can we all agree that Jab Queen is the Angela Davis of boxing? Let's give her applause and her flowers right now. Let's go.
Oh my goodness. I appreciate that, I guess. Dub Right Side, what's going on with you?
What up, sis? How you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
Man, I can't complain, man. Hey, you know, hey, when you're live, I try my best to show love. So
I appreciate you, baby. What's going on with you? What you got for the show?
Man, so I got a few things. I agree with y'all. First off, I don't know what Keon is. I don't know what's the other brother name?
Kelvin.
I don't know what neither one of them gonna be. I have no clue. Kelvin long and rangy, but hell, he don't need to utilize his jab like he need to a lot of times in fights. So I have no clue. Africa all the way out of order. He ducked the smoke. And then went online and started talking about, man, I would have put hands on Duarte. Well, why you didn't fight the man? You pulled out the fight. It ain't like he pulled out the fight. So that's another.
I think that.
It's just ridiculous listening to that man talk. Now, this is the interesting thing. I'm conflicted on Zuffa, right? And I'm gonna tell you why. So I hear what Roy Jones say. You know what I'm saying? I understand that. I ain't got no problem with what Roy Jones, what he's saying. I have no problem. Also, though, I listen to other individuals that have signed with Zuffa, specifically Bernard Hackett and Jalil. Then go on and they say, hey, well, you know, we signed with them and we made more money. And
somebody got to mute their background.
That's a fact. Somebody got echo in the background.
Somebody kids running wild or something. But go ahead.
But I was saying because the reason I'm conflicted because I listened to like you said what Roy Jones say, and then I also listened to Jalil and Coach Hackett Bernard, and them saying, well, we got paid more in this fight than we ever got paid. You know what I'm saying? For all of our fights combined, according to them. No disrespect to them. So I'm kind of up in the air. You know what I'm saying? I disagree with them trying to get rid of the Ali Act, that whole type of situation. And
facts.
I mean, it is what it is, but I disagree with that piece of it. I also think that, man, we've always called boxing the Wild Wild West, and we kind of, me specifically, I ain't gonna talk about nobody else. I'll talk about myself. Me specifically, I get tired of these promoters sometimes. You know what I'm saying? This sides of the street stuff and all that kind of stuff. I get tired of it. So I don't know whether I look at it as a positive or a negative yet. I'm not sure where I'm at on Zuffa. And so, I mean, it is what it is. Last point, shout out to Lomachenko for getting out of Top Rank, man. Shout out to Loma. Loma said, hey, I'm just going to retire till my contract over, and then I'll go back and figure it out. I'll figure it out afterwards. Shout out to him. You know what I'm saying? At least he had the ball to be like, all right, Bob. And Bob, we done heard that man.
That war is over. I'm back in the street. That war is over. I'm back outside now.
Hey, look, we heard Bob at one point in time. I believe he compared him to Muhammad Ali, but at least Loma was like, you know what? I'm done dealing with you, and I just sit on the couch until I can get out of this situation.
That part.
And I ain't got no problem with it. Hey, sometimes you got to sit back and shut up just to get out of what you're dealing with. And shout out to Loma. Shout out to Loma.
Shout out to Loma. Yes, sir. Loma back outside now. That war is over. We done made peace. I'm back outside. I'm ready to stop something. Like, you know, what they call him, the Matrix or some shit like that? Or Loma back outside now.
Either high tech or the Matrix.
He
Well,
better
this is
not
this is the interesting thing. This is the interesting
Loma
thing.
gonna go to sleep.
Well, but the interesting thing is when y'all ask where he going, I can't tell you where he going. But what I can tell you is wherever he goes, he's gonna be in a better situation than what Top Rank was providing. Because
Allegedly, I heard.
Only other person that he could have fought over there on Top Rank is Raymond Ford. That's the only other fight that I could see.
That's a good fight.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a
I
good
don't
fight.
have a problem with it. But at Loma, at the point that he's at in his career, a Raymond Ford fight, it's not going to bring him the financial benefits that he's going to be looking for. So I can understand him saying, you know, I'm gonna sit this one out, and when it's my time, I'll come back. I might be a little long in the tooth, but I'll take my chances.
You know what, Dub? You know what? You got Abdullah Mason over there.
Okay.
You got he got some fighters over there.
He will never fight Abdullah. He would never.
No, listen to what I'm saying. If it's money that he's looking for, if he's trying to get the bag, he could negotiate a bag to fight one of them young bulls over there.
Okay.
That's if he up for it. I mean, if he think he could do it. So it's some fighters over there for him to fight.
Hold on, Enigma, because there's a few things. So first of all, that's who he's gonna fight, because there ain't no old niggas over there. But he left Top Rank, so who else has a stable of 135 pounders that he can go float around with, maybe sign a 1-2 fight deal and kind of hopscotch like that? Who else has the stable of 135 pounders? And who's gonna give him that big money fight that he's now looking for?
I was about to touch on that. I saw somewhere about him going over, maybe potentially going over to Zuffa to fight Shakur Stevenson. I don't know how true that was. I don't know how true that shit was, but I know I saw it.
Hey man, ain't nobody fucking with Shakur. Ain't nobody fucking with Dev. Lomachenko is a little bit aged, like fine wine, but we're gonna see what he gonna do. We're gonna see what his next. He need to tune up real quick. Let him showcase his skills coming back real quick. But you know, at the end of the day, these kids is at an elite level, like Shakur, Devin. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, we gotta really tap in and see what the fuck is really going on with these kids these days. Because these kids, you know, it ain't like back in the 80s. No, you know, I'm no shade. I'm just saying, like, these kids was throwing blows, like Marvin Hagler. These niggas, you know, Sugar Rays and all. These kids don't throw blows like that. They just want to fancy it out, get their bag, and walk home. I respect that, but at the end of the day, you know, these niggas out here boxing diehards and diehard fans, they want to see, you know what I mean? They want to really see the guts and the glory and all that. But hey, we gonna see what happened though. You know what I'm saying? Like, respectfully as a fan and all that. You know what I'm saying?
There are multiple ways for him to move, though. There are multiple ways, and the thing is, being under Top Rank, you only got one way to move. You know what I'm saying? So I think, in my personal opinion, if I'm Lomachenko, I'm not looking just to sign with anybody. It may be a fight by fight deal. Maybe that's probably how I'm looking at things, especially being I think Lomachenko at this, what is he, 35 right now or something like that? So,
yeah.
I'm not gonna be.
He's 35.
I'm not gonna be looking for a multi fight deal. I'm gonna be trying to pick up individuals I think I can beat. You know what I'm saying? Or not even just who I can beat, but individuals that are gonna make me the most money that I can make as well. So I think
that list is limited though. But hold on, that list is limited though. Dub, is it not?
It's only a handful of guys that I'm talking about, but these handful of guys, they kind of, well, if you want me to name my name will for you. The first person that if I was Lomachenko, I'm trying to get in the ring with Tank Davis. That's what I'm trying to do. Hold on, let me finish.
Let him finish. Hold on, we don't talk over each other on this panel.
I like this. Go ahead, bro. Keep talking.
So that would be the first move. Well, outside of a tune-up, if you want to tune up, I don't think Lomachenko really want to tune up like that. But I would be looking. I would be looking to get in the ring with Tank first. If I could get a Shakur fight, you know what I'm saying? After the Tank fight, I'll be looking for that. But it got to be at 35. And then with those two fights alone, I think he'll probably make damn near what he done made in his career. No disrespect to him, But
Right.
I think with those two fights, he'll probably make what he made in his career. So that's how I would kind of try to parse things at this current moment in time.
So
Could
just
we
a little
potentially
pushback,
see
right?
a?
Hold on, y'all.
Could
Hold on.
we?
Let me just ask this
All
question.
right,
So just
go
a
ahead,
little
bro.
pushback. He didn't fight Shakur when they were both at top rank. What makes you think he'll fight him now?
The money.
Mm.
The money will be
Who's gonna give him
different.
the money?
Zuffa.
Well, wait. What Jack saying?
Let me answer. Let me answer the question first. Let me answer it, and then you go ahead. I ain't got no problem. But according, and we done heard the rumors, right? As far as how much individual going to be getting paid at Zuffa and all this other kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So if you can get that PVC fight with Tank, you know what I'm saying? Get your pay-per-view money off of that, and then go get a Shakur fight, win, lose, or draw. I think, man, you kind of
This
set
nigga
yourself
sound
up.
like Brian Norman Jr. I like this kid. Here you go. He know his shit. He sound like Brian Norman Jr. You heard? Like,
Hey, wait
so
a
he
minute.
knows
I'm from
the
Georgia,
enemy.
nigga. I'm from Georgia. I'm from
I
Georgia. Shout out.
know, nigga. Fuck you. I know. Y'all niggas got the same vernacular. I love that shit. Y'all niggas is ill. I like y'all niggas, man. Pause. Like y'all niggas is great. I like you.
Yeah.
Keep talking though.
I have a question though, because like one hitter quitter said, if Loma gets in the ring with Tank first, that comeback will be short lived.
I don't think a loss to Tank will hurt Loma's career.
After a year layoff, I mean, no, it probably won't, because we know Tank builds stars, but I don't know. I think I would save that for like my biggest money fight, because you want to shop your name around a little bit first before you get slaughtered.
But the problem is, the problem is though, if he goes in there against Shakur, I think Shakur outboxes him. You know what I'm saying? And then is Tank gonna make that fight if he go in there and get washed by Shakur? I think he has a better chance of going in there, probably getting knocked out. Probably getting knocked out. No disrespect to him, but maybe he survives. Maybe maybe he make it a tough fight. I don't know how he's gonna look, but I think he has a better chance to make that Tank fight immediately than to make a Tank fight after a loss to Shakur.
So here's my thing, right? Like, I think that maybe Shakur does outbox Loma, but I'm pretty sure it ain't gonna look the way Tio looked. I'm pretty sure of that.
Was that fight ever on the table for Shakur? Loma? Was Loma?
No,
Like,
no, it
was that
wasn't.
ever?
That was one of the reasons that he left Top Rank, because they wouldn't give him Loma, if I'm not mistaken.
That's why Shakur left Top Rank?
If I'm not mistaken, that's one of the reasons.
You're not mistaken at all. Shakur, he called out Loma multiple times, and Bob said he wouldn't make two fights. He wasn't gonna make the Pacquiao versus oh my God, Pacquiao versus Crawford fight, and then he wasn't gonna make the Loma versus Shakur fight. He said Bob said that. So even though I think that it should have happened, it was never on the table for it to happen.
Yeah, because I remember Shakur in that shirt, the stop ducking. That was a Loma shirt, wasn't it?
I don't remember the shirt, so I'm gonna plead the fifth on that one. Don't get me the line. I ain't gonna get up here and lie now. I just don't remember the shirt. I don't know who it was, but I don't know. And Shakur said a lot of things that I can't trust anyway.
Well, we know that. So, what do you think about Bill and Ryan going back and forth online, Dub?
Bill, I love that. Bill all the way out of order. Ryan out of order as well. It's two out of order niggas talking to each other. You ever seen two crackheads argue with each other and you be like, oh, well, let's see them fight. At least we might get some action. That's how I kind of look at that stuff, man. Both of them so far out of order, in my personal opinion, that I don't trust nothing that they say. I'm just saying.
Ryan out of order?
Ryan done been out of order.
How?
Since he beat Devin?
Not even since he beat Devin. Since the racist things that he done said. Man, Ryan is, I mean, the nigga been on drugs. I'm just saying, man, the nigga just been out of order in my personal opinion.
So we just
if y'all trust him, then y'all can trust him. But I don't trust nothing that nigga say. I don't trust nothing that Bill say. Me personally. So, like I said, it's like me looking at two crackheads talk to each other. I don't believe in it. I just don't believe.
I understand where Dub coming from, though. I can't even argue with him. That's wild.
No, I'm not trying to cast aspersions on nobody. Just that's what it looked like. It looked like, hey, it is what it is. Two regular niggas. They get online. They get online and talk. And when they get
I think
online,
Ryan. I
out of
think
order.
Ryan lives. I think Ryan lives rent free in their head. That's what I think.
I think Ryan's word is a little more plausible than Bill. That's just my opinion.
I don't trust neither one of them, so it is what it is.
Bill be shucking and jiving.
I'll take that. I'll take that, Dub. I'll take
Talking that bow jive, he be talking.
Yeah, Bill be shucking and jiving, man.
Crush. What you
shucking
think
and
about Devin? What you think about Bill going at Ryan online? I said, you know what? Why don't Ryan just fight Bill instead of Devin? Why don't Ryan just fight Bill? Because I mean, it's ridiculous.
I think it's comical.
And we'll be out here yelling crackhead fight. Hey, they fighting y'all. They fighting. That's what we'll be saying.
Hey, you know how I feel about it. You know, you got two characters that come straight out of a comic book. What more do you expect for me to see? That this shit is comical. These dudes is some clowns. I ain't got time to mind on them goddamn shit.
He talking real shit.
What up, OG? Crush the legend, my brother.
Look what Ryan told him. Shut your BA up.
You talking like Tank. Shut your bitch ass up. That's what Tank told you, Brian Garcia.
You never support Ryan on outside. Fuck that pretty boy, fake ass Mexican. You don't support that nigga.
It's
I hope he gets beat the fuck up. Matter of fact, he got beat up by slow ass Rolly. So fuck Ryan.
But my problem,
Rolly been getting better. Y'all gotta stop disrespecting Rolly. Rolly been getting better.
For real,
we gotta say this. We do have to say this.
All right, one at a time, y'all. One at a time. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. No, it's okay. Go ahead, Dub.
We gotta say, man, ain't no way, especially according to Bill, Devin going to sign with Zuffa or whatever, ain't no way that Devin can ever get around not having a rematch with Ryan. There's no way to get around that. And so Ryan can talk all this shit because literally you're not making the fight. And I done heard supposed things that, well, you know, there was a contract here, and I don't know. I don't know what the contracts are. But what I do know is at the end of the day, you're not getting around not rematching that man. You're not getting around it. And I love Devin. Devin, that's my favorite fighter. I'll be honest with y'all. Well, y'all know that anyways, but I'm not giving you a pass if you don't go rematch that man. You're not getting a pass from me. And so having your dad out here arguing and fussing, which that's Bill's job, I understand it, that's his job. At the same time, you're not getting no pass around here. Man, make the fight, bro. Make the fight.
That part.
And I agree with you 100%, Dub. And I've been saying that for the longest time, that Ryan is Devin's legacy fight. Whether he wants to admit it or not, he is 100% his legacy fight. That is the fight that, in my opinion, ruined Devin's trajectory. So that's the fight that he needs to make in order to regain it. And it'll show you got heart. It'll show you a real dog. Man. If you get back in that ring with that man that cheated you.
That man got up off the canvas about 3 times. That man showed heart. Even though that man, Ryan, came in a little bit overweight, whatever he was doing, juicing, whatever he was doing, that man, Devin Haney, showed grit and heart. He could have laid down after the first left hook or whatever the case may be. Like everybody want to show the narrative. But that man got up off the canvas a couple times and still showed grit to the 12th round.
But we give him credit for that. We give him that credit. And like you said, the man came in overweight. He was a drug. We give okay. That's why that's why what I sit here and say, I want to see the fight. I want to see the rematch on an even playing field, right? Make the weight.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? Make sure that you don't test dirty. You know what I'm saying? And then if you go in there and whoop Devin, I'll sit there. I'll be the first one to pull up and say, because even before we found out that he tested dirty, before that happened, and that happened like 2 weeks after the fight. Before we found that out, the first thing I said when I watched it, I said, well, wait a minute. Devin fought the wrong fight. He tried to walk down a puncher. You don't walk that. That ain't your job, man. You go out there and box.
You're right.
You go out there and box. And so, and even when we talk about the weight situation, I ain't worried about the weight situation because you accepted the money And you knew that he was gonna come in overweight. You knew it, and
Yep.
that's why you said that's why you made the bet when you and I don't know if it was paid or not, but you made the bet. Well, every time you come in overweight, you owe me this amount of money. You made that bet. Nobody else. No, I can't give you credit for any of those things. I can't give you that credit. I give you credit for saying, you know, hey, okay, the nigga was on perform PEDs. I can say that. It ended up being a no contest. Well, if you that good, if you as good as I think you are, me personally, I'm just talking about myself. Like I said, I can't talk about nobody else. But if you that good, then get your ass back in the ring and beat his ass. Make it easy.
Thank you. That's all I want. I just want you to prove it. I just want you to prove that the only reason that he beat you was because of Ostring. That's it. And I don't understand why he's not itching to do that. Look at Miguel Cotto. Look at that whole situation. He couldn't wait to get back in the ring with that nigga. I found out you cheated me. Oh my God. Like me personally,
you got some men in your clubs.
You couldn't pay me. You couldn't pay me to stay off your ass. Everywhere we went, every time I saw you, it would be a misunderstanding. It would be some furniture moving. You know what I'm saying? Why he's not itching to get back in that ring? It's just blowing minds. I really don't understand it.
You know what it is? If I can intervene real quick, Jag Queen.
Of course, Crash.
He has heart. He got courage. It's the dog.
Yeah.
It's the dog and what kind of dog he is. That's the thing with Devin. And this is why I respect my brother Doug Whiteside, the realest Devin fan on YT, because he's the only one that keep his all way of being. Everybody else got to, do the other things. I don't feel like talking right there. That's okay. But this is why I respect Doug Whiteside, because he didn't know what is hitting for. Everybody else is making excuses. No, you can't make excuses. He agreed to the weight. Open and shut case. But it's the dog in him. That's what it is. We know he got courage. We know he got heart. If you supposed to get up if it don't cut your lights out. If it don't cut your lights out, get your behind back up.
Right.
I mean, don't cur out. But it's the dog. That's the problem that I have with the young man.
You gotta mute Ramello when other people are talking, because you're giving feedback, baby. So you gotta mute when other people are talking.
Okay, I got you. My fault. Pour myself.
Real quick, let me just get it real quick, Dub, and just the captain. Like I wish he could go his career without his damn father, and I passed the Dub. I'm just telling you, man.
My other thing is once again, I can
mute.
Well, just mute him. You got the overall power, sis. No disrespect.
I got my.
Okay, there we go.
Go ahead, Dub.
But the overall thing is when we first watched that fight, and before we knew Ryan was cheating, anything like that, I said from the beginning, Devin fought the wrong fight. You trying to press that ain't how you fight a puncher. That ain't what you do. And so when you get clipped in the first 10 seconds of the damn fight, the reason you got clipped is because you let Bill put a batter in your back. Man, we finna walk him down and we finna do this and that. And
don't bring your kids. What I'm sending my son to do is a murder. Like,
and I'm sitting here thinking to myself, I'm like, what? We done seen Devin, and I always said people discredit Devin. Devin come forward in a lot of his fights. You know what I'm saying? You look at the Lomachenko fight. You look at either one of the.
But those are against smaller men, though.
I agree. I'm not disagreeing. I'm saying though that those guys that you're coming forward against, they're not big punches like Ryan is. And so
that's another reason.
And so when you allow Bill to put this batter in your back and you want to go and fight a style that you have no reason to fight, when you sat there and boxed with Ryan, we watched for 6 to 7 rounds, you outboxed this man. The problem is you still want to walk forward instead of maintaining range. If you fought Ryan like you fought Brian Norman Jr., you would have had a much better chance of winning than you sit here trying to walk forward into damn left hook after left hook after left hook. You didn't hold the phone with a damn. And everybody on this panel know that Ryan got one of the best left hooks in the sport of boxing. We know this. So if we know it, I know you know it, and you weren't holding the phone, you want to walk forward, I'm not giving you credit or a pass for sitting there and fighting a dumbass fight. I'm not giving it to you. one of the reasons I love watching Dev is because I think that mentally he's ahead of most guys. Well, clearly in this fight, I didn't see that. I saw none of it. So you got to get back there and get your get back. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, in my personal opinion, you might have got lucky that the nigga got caught cheating.
Mellow.
You might have got lucky.
Nah, it's not me. It's not me.
It is you.
Nah,
You
it's
keep
not
on
me,
coming
man.
off of mute.
Oh, I mean, I don't got no audio in the background though. You heard?
Go
I mean,
ahead,
can y'all hear
Dub.
me? I can hear me, right? I'm not echoing them. Am I?
Not right now. Go ahead, Dub. Let me see when Dub starts talking.
All I was saying is that, hold on, did you have us in the background?
I hear it.
Bro.
I hear something.
It's not me. I got everything off. Like everything is off. I'm straight live.
I only heard when Dub talking.
Yes, sir.
Maybe it's me. Maybe it's me.
Yeah.
It's not me.
No,
I got everything off.
it's not Dub.
That's what I
Because
mean.
when I mute Ramello, I don't hear it anymore.
But I mean, I don't got nothing no. Like I don't got no speakers on. I ain't got nothing no. You know?
All right, just go on mute, and then when you're ready to talk, just let me know, and then we'll do it like that, and everybody else will go on mute because I need my
Copy,
playback to
copy,
sound
copy,
better. This is terrible. This is terrible.
Yeah.
See, now it's gone. Go ahead, finish up, Dub.
No, I'm good. I'm good. Y'all go ahead.
Okay, so here's my thing. Who else wants to add to that before we move on? Anybody else want to add to that? Ramello, did you want to add to that? Enigma? Be more?
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, from my perspective, I just feel like, with the Dev and the Ryan shit, like, just to wrap it up and all that, I just felt like it was a good fight. You know what I'm saying? Is a lot of technicalities in that whole situation. We'll never know the really underlying story about that, but we've seen everything that played out. Like y'all, like the panel, I just hope he get his get back. You know what I'm saying? On a clean scale, and we'll see how it plays out from there. More or less, I'll pause.
Yeah, no, I agree.
This is what I think about it. I think it was a bunch of bull in the first place. He beat Devin off of pure skill and taking advantages of all the holes in Devin's game. Number one was that jab, and he's still doing the same jab. He
That
haven't
looping
changed
jab,
it.
that bow and arrow looping jab.
That bow and arrow, that Robin Hood Men in Tights jab. He's still throwing that jab, and he took advantage of that. The Ostarine, man, that was a contaminated batch within the supplements that he received. And the thing is, the evidence, once they had the bottle tested, proved that. But they keep saying it was Ostarine. Ryan was suspended for not notifying the New York Athletic Commission on the supplements that he was taking to get his weight down. That's
Right there.
that's exactly what he was suspended for. He wasn't suspended for having Ostarine in his system. He was suspended for not notifying them and letting them know what supplements he was taking to get his weight down so that he could make weight for the fight. And if he would have did that, then there wouldn't have been no question, no suspension, or none of that. But he didn't.
I have to say, I agree. So listen, we're just going to touch on these last couple, and then I'm going to let y'all go. We've been up here for quite a while. Dub, we'll start with you, and then we'll go around. What do you feel about what Tim Bradley had to say about Keyshawn Davis? He said that he feels like Keyshawn Davis is playing second fiddle to Shakur Stevenson because he's rematching Nair Albright, and he should be fighting a different opponent at 140 pounds. I am of the belief that, well, yes, he is playing second fiddle, but I believe it started before this. I believe it started with the Teofimo Lopez fight, because I don't know if y'all remember, but it was Keyshawn that petitioned to fight Teofimo Lopez at 140 pounds when he was still at 135. So the whole playing second fiddle to Shakur thing, I agree. I do feel like Keyshawn is dimming his own lights. in respect to Keyshawn. Just like, here go not Nair Albright. Here go Raymond Ford. You're not gonna get to him all up in our Shaquie Foster face. It's like a protection program fence. You know what I'm saying? So what do you think? Do you agree with Tim Bradley? And listen, Tim Bradley is a pancake. I know he flip flop, but on this, I kind of have to agree with them.
Well, I don't have a problem. Tim Bradley, he say some crazy stuff sometimes, but he ain't lying in this situation. Ain't no way y'all can be as friendly as y'all are and all these type of things. If y'all remember when Shakur, when he said he was moving up to fight Teofimo Lopez, what did he say he was gonna do next? I'm gonna drop the belt so that
Keyshawn can have it.
Well, wait a minute, man. Why y'all tell me the last time we seen just friends in boxing like this? I've never seen this
Ain't
type
no
of stuff.
friends in boxing.
And it's a whole coalition. It's him, it's Ray Ford, it's Keyshawn Davis, it's like backup dancer Riches and Hitchens. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like all of them are in this little
but then for Ray Ford to jump in between a fight that and no disrespect to Ray Ford, I like Ray Ford as a boxer, but I think he's gonna get fucked up against O'Shaquie. Me personally, this is just my opinion. But
absolutely.
Man, I wanted to see O'Shaquie versus Shakur. I wanted to see that. But then you're gonna tell me some type of way you're fighting so he doesn't get to what? It don't make sense. And I like when did the coalition come together and say, hey man, we gotta protect this dude right here? Where have we ever seen this? We've never seen these type of things. So this friendliness that they have going on, people forget, man. Look, there are a few sports out there. Boxing is one, tennis, golf. Man, it's every man for his damn self out there. Every man for himself. If I gotta beat my partner, I gotta put hands on you. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Now, if we talking basketball, football, team sports, or something like that, it's a little different. But nigga, you ain't on my team in these sports. But now all of a sudden you you talking about you're not gonna get the fight because you can't get through me. Who cares if we get? Man, that's the fight the people want to see. And man, ain't nobody trying to hear this nonsense, man. And once again, I'm a fan of Shakur. I love watching Shakur fight. But man, fuck that ain't bullshit. As far as man, we so far friends that all these other people gotta go and protect you from other fighters. Man, ain't nobody trying to see that, man. Y'all go make the fights individually the way that the sport has been made and the sport's been for years since we've known boxing. It's an individual sport. Only one person can help you in that damn ring, and that's your damn self. Man, stop the nonsense, man. And hey, man, it just make y'all look soft. It make y'all look like some hoe ass niggas. That's what it make y'all look like.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely.
He said some real shit. I agree with him. He said some real shit. It's a fact.
Crush.
What up, baby?
What do you think about what Tim Bradley had to say?
Old Stymie here. You know, but old Stymie is correct sometimes, and this is the softest generation ever in sports history. It definitely with the sport of boxing. And I agree with some of the things that he has said, and even from what Roy Jones has said about Zuffa. This is horrible. It's too many goddamn friends. This is not the Bismarcky song, and you say he's just a friend. When we friends like that, then we need to build the legacy and make money together. If we can't do that, then I guess we're taking everything personal. So friends, this is a no friend zone. We gonna get it in and get it down for the crown. Just get the F out the way. And it's horrible. All these guys, you call bitches in the backup dance out there too. I just died laughing. You couldn't hear me, but it's horrible, Jack Queen. So we can't say how these, if we think these guys is their legacy or if they on a certain level, not because they sure not trying to prove it at all.
I couldn't agree more. I feel like they have an opportunity to get in there and see. This is my biggest issue with them. And I know, Dub, me and you have argued about this on the phone like cats and dogs about these guys. Everybody wants to fight Tank. They all claim he's not fighting nobody, but then at the same time, none of them want to fight each other. I can see if y'all all ran through each other, then it's like, okay, now it's like now you avoiding us. But it's like all of y'all want to fight this one cat. What about fighting each other? Nobody's challenged Gary Antoine Russell yet. You know what I'm saying? Keyshawn's at 140, Shakur's at 140. Nobody's asking Gary Antoine Russell to dance. Richardson Hitchens, he done ran on over to the Zuffa protection program, and now he's calling out everybody that he could have fought while he was over here. It's like complete madness. You know what I'm saying?
Don't forget him ducking the smoke. He ducked the smoke. He ain't just run. He ducked the smoke.
Yes.
Yeah.
The nigga literally said, hey, like you said, Jack, he going around asking how hard this dude punched, and all of a sudden, the day of the fight, we done seen fighters, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, that was nasty work. And Robert Garcia told it all too. That was so nasty. I couldn't believe it when I was reading the article. You should have seen my mouth. I was like, what? Yes, he did. He said that he has been calling, he was calling around to trainers, he was calling around to his old opponents, asking how hard does he hit, asking how can you beat him. Oh my God, Robert Garcia aired his behind out. Robert Garcia aired his butt out. But then when I heard Shaquie Foster basically co-sign it when he was on that clip right here.
Scary as hell. I've been knowing that. Like, I've been knowing that for years. Like, that's been the word in boxing. Like, they had to pump him up for certain sparring sessions, woo-de-woo. And he know what I'm talking about. I ain't got to go say who he is sparring woo-de-woo. But they had to put a key in his back to go spar and stuff like that. He got a heart problem. He got heart problem. Not a physical heart problem. He just ain't got no heart. You see what he did with Duarte? Hell, I'm aware about Hitchens for he's scared like that.
One thing you always got to remember, Shot, he had to spend some time in the pen. Like Shot, he done been through some things. He a dog, you know what I'm saying? So when we say we want to see Shot versus Shakur, it's because, man, one thing we know about Shot is he not finna quit out there. When he was getting beat on. Get beat on in a fight. I can't. What's buddy name? The Mexican dude. Say it again.
Conceição?
No, it wasn't Conceição.
Oh, you talking about Nova?
No, it wasn't Nova either. His corner shot was like, man, or shot corner. They said something to the effect of, but you need a stoppage to win this motherfucker. And he got that 12th round stoppage. It wasn't Nova. It wasn't Nova.
No. Okay.
I give it to y'all.
Right,
it was the mess. I
forgot his name. That's when he went to the guy.
Somebody said it was a fight that he had in Mexico. Yeah. Ramon said it. Somebody, if you guys know the name of the fighter, drop it in the chat.
I got it. I'm about to find it.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it was a Mexican dude.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now I'm finna bring it up right now. I got it right here.
Okay.
It was when he went in there, it was let me see. Oh, it was Eduardo Hernandez.
Okay.
He was getting scrubbed in that fight, and then he ended up with a TKO victory. The ref ended up stopping it, but he was getting whooped in that fight. But
Thank you, Lee, baby.
He had that dog in him, and somebody brought up dog earlier, but he had the dog in him where he was like, man, I'm finna figure something. I gotta figure something out, and he figured it out. Man, man, that's why we want to see a fighter like O'Shaquie against Shakur. Raymond Ford, no disrespect to him, I think he's finna get his ass whooped in this fight. I think he's gonna get his ass whooped. And no disrespect, he on the smaller side of things, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I want to see O'Shaquie versus Shakur. I think that's a hell of a fight. You know what I mean?
I think it is too, and I wonder if Shakur is going to keep his word, because he did tell O'Shaquie if he gave Raymond Ford an opportunity that he would then give him the opportunity. But I think he only said that because he's banking on Ray Ford beating him.
Yeah,
bro, you not Floyd Mayweather.
Good point.
Y'all remember Floyd used to do this? Hey, now if you go beat this guy, I'm gonna fight you. And Floyd would do it. I don't believe that Shakur. I don't believe Shakur ever gonna fight Shaquie Foster. I don't believe it.
Me either. But he said it, so we got to only go. I mean, listen, we know he'd be lying, but that is what he said. But although I don't believe him either. Last thing, and then we're gonna get up out of here. Now there was Ramon, mute baby, unless you got something to say, Romello.
Why is it always me?
I don't know, baby.
Because your mic out of order, man. We gonna tell you the truth. The reason it's you is because when everybody talking, if you go on mute, we don't hear it. But when you ain't on mute, we hear it. So it ain't nothing personal. But your mic out of order.
Hearing though, like echo. I don't understand what y'all hearing.
Yeah, baby, a real bad echo.
The window open. Let's close my window. My window.
No, just go on mute. You don't have to close nothing. If you just go on mute, when everybody else on mute, you'll be fine. You don't have to close anything. Just go on mute.
Yeah, I'm gonna get your closing thoughts when we're done with this last topic, and then okay.
All right.
Yeah, so last thing, and then we're gonna let it go up in here. Now, I don't know if y'all heard about Jake Paul, and he talking about he wants to fight Canelo. Who cares? But now Hamza Shiraz, he's receiving a little bit of backlash because he is now got his eyes on the Canelo Alvarez fight after his fight. He fights on the 23rd. After his fight for the title for the WBO, he wants to fight Canelo Alvarez. A lot of people are saying he does not have, I guess, the resume to skyrocket all the way up to a Canelo fight, because this guy that he's fighting is going to be a soft touch. Now, me personally, I thought he lost to Carlos Adames. That's just me. I'm just going to flat out say it. I thought he lost to Carlos Adames. We saw that he beat, he beat Edgar Berlanga pretty convincingly, obviously. But he hasn't fought since. So they're looking to get him, I guess, a title shot. And then after that, he's asking that he be throwing his hat in the ring for a Canelo fight. What do y'all think? Politics as usual, or do y'all think that he has earned his way to a Canelo fight?
No. I don't think he earned his way to a Canelo fight. The only fight that he had that he looked good in was the fight with Berlanga. And there's some fishy situation going on with what was going on with his hand wraps under his glove.
Here we go.
But the thing is this, since then, I haven't seen him fight. I'm like, where is he?
Yeah, he hasn't fought since the Carlos Adames. I mean the Edgar Berlanga fight.
Well, first things first, I agree with you. He absolutely lost the fight, even though he got a split decision. Turkey went up there talking to the refs.
It was a draw. They gave him a draw.
Excuse me, a draw. I apologize. But we seen Turkey out of order. You know what I'm saying? Going and talking to these folks. But even before that, who is Hamza? Who is he? Man,
I said the same thing. I said I didn't even hear this guy until the Carlos Adames fight. Before then, I have never heard of this cat.
I gave him credit because he beat Mo Williams. You know, I'm a big Mo Williams fan, and so he beat Mo Williams. But outside of that, I don't know who this dude then beat. And when I thought he lost to Adames. Hell, Edgar Berlanga was never nothing special in my personal opinion. You know what I'm saying? My personal opinion. And the dude he bought the fight is, I believe the nigga is like 42 or something. I don't know how old he is.
They're giving him
an old German dude.
Yep.
I think he's German. Is he German? I think he's German.
Yeah, he's German.
He an old German guy that I think he might be undefeated or something. I don't know. But I ain't never seen the dude fight. So if anything, because I believe this fight's supposed to be at 150 or 175. I believe. I could be wrong about that. Don't quote me on it. But I believe it's gonna be at 175. Nah, hey, damn fight. If anybody deserve a Canelo fight, is the Mexican monster out here. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Benavidez. But if you're not gonna fight him, and you're gonna be fighting at 75, go fight that nigga. Why don't you go fight Benavidez? That's who you should be fighting.
I don't know. I didn't know that he moved up to 75. I gotta look into that. I thought he was still at 168 because that's where Canelo is.
I might be wrong.
I gotta look into that.
That's why I said I might be wrong. I might be wrong, but I believe he's fighting at 75. But if I'm wrong, I'm okay with it. At the end of the day, my thing is who is he beat to fight? Edgar Berlanga didn't deserve a Canelo fight. And
that is true.
And Edgar Berlanga, his whole claim to the fame right now is, man, I ain't getting knocked out. That's your whole claim to fame, bro.
Well, it was his claim to fame before his last fight, but
he got knocked out. He got knocked out.
Yes, and so who the hell knows? But yeah, I agree with you, Lee. I think that is why he gave him the draw, because he absolutely, in my opinion, he lost that fight to Carlos Adames. But that is why he got the draw, because this was his plan the whole time. And then I'm thinking, maybe is Hamza Shiraz going to be his last fight, because we know he has 2 more fights with Turkey, the one in September, and then the last one that he's has with Turkey. Maybe Hamza Shiraz, if he wins this fight, maybe he will be Canelo's last fight underneath Turkey. But I will tell you this: Turkey has completely ruined Canelo's market value. He done got his holidays snatched away. David Benavidez done took both the Mexican Monster holidays, the Cinco de Mayo and the Mexican Independence Day done snatched them. So he like a man without a land right now.
Canelo did it to himself.
And I was about to say
Turkey didn't do it to him.
Turkey
Canelo saw the money. Canelo ran after that money.
So much smoke.
If he would have said no. Canelo would have said no to chasing after that money, he would have been all right. He was making good money with Al, and they was doing their thing. He said Al was the best promoter he ever had. He should have been with him a long time ago. But what did he do? He left here. Al said, you won't go? All right. He left PBC, went over there, and the next thing you know, they bought him. They literally bought him. Took him away from his people. He decided to go over there, to go away from his people, go away from his natural holidays, from celebrating a holiday with his people, by putting on a fight. Once he did that, that was it. He abandoned them.
Yeah. Oh, I feel bad for him. All right, y'all, let's wrap this up.
You feel bad for who?
I feel bad for Canelo. He just looked pathetic now. You ain't seen at the fight, the last fight. He looked pathetic.
Hold on.
He got out of there before
ain't nobody feeling sorry.
Call him out.
Ain't nobody feeling sorry for no damn ducks around here. This nigga been ducking smoke for years. You know what I'm saying? He been not making the fights that I want to see. So I don't feel sorry for him. He got what he deserved.
No,
and matter of fact, after the only fight I didn't, and before I was like, even when he fought Bivol at 75, even then I was like, bro, it's so much smoke for you down there at 68. What you fighting up at 75 for? But he went and did it, got hands put on him, right? And then what he did, he went back to fighting bums. Jaime Munguia, Josh Riders, and all these other folks. He went back to fighting bums. So, man, I don't feel sorry for Canelo.
Terrible.
No, this is the truth. This is the truth.
All right, y'all.
Tell me what I'm lying about.
No, I didn't say you was lying. I don't know. I got like I don't know. I feel bad. He looked terrible, y'all. He don't look like happy no more. He don't look like the Canelo I'm used to seeing.
And then Bud went in there and put hands on him. And then Bud did it.
Then Bud put hands on her. All right, y'all. So listen, let's wrap this up. The final predictions for the fight this weekend. We got the Hervik fight up against Phillip. We got, the Nair Albright and Keyshawn, and then we got Kelvin on that card. We got Brian Norman on that card. What do y'all think about the fights this weekend and who y'all got winning?
I'm looking forward to the Brian Norman Jr. fight. Want to see what he looked like under Ronnie Shields. I always say that, it take, at least in my personal opinion, it take damn near 3 fights for you to truly adjust to a new trainer.
That's what I said.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So want to see, I think he should go in there and look good just off a skill set that he already has. The Canadian guy that he's fighting, I don't know who he is. So if I don't know you, no disrespect, I watch a lot of boxing. If I don't know you, then I mean, it is what it is. But I'm looking forward to seeing Junior back in the ring. Don't want to see Nair Albright versus Keyshawn. Don't want to see it at all. Hey, shout out to Wu. I think he tough. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him and the Frank Martin fight. I actually had him. I thought he beat Frank Martin. I thought he could have stopped Frank Martin in that fight.
I said the same thing.
So I had, but and so hey, shout out to him for getting another opportunity and hopefully getting paid well. But at the same time, I don't think this is the fight that any of us want to see. If Keyshawn, if you want to be anything, stop with the nonsense. You know what I'm saying? And I guess you want your get back after y'all done jumped the man in the back room. But man, go fight Brian.
He said Top Rank wanted this fight. He didn't want the fight.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Well,
yeah,
we want to see you again. What we want to see is we want to see you against Antoine. That's who we want to see you against. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the fight that we're looking for. You know what I'm saying?
They avoiding Antoine. They avoiding everybody at 140 like
Dalton. Hell,
like
man, we'll take
Clay.
a Dalton Smith fight over this right here, man. Come on now. We'll take all these fights over what you got going on. So all I'm saying at the end of the day, I'm not interested in the fight. I don't think it should be a main event fight, a main card fight. No disrespect to either of the
Cardenas.
But we know what's gonna happen. We watched you put hands on this man already. We watched him put hands on your brother. We watched y'all jump him and act the fool. And so now I guess this is your get back. I don't know how, but you'll go stop him. We know that you're a better fighter than him, man.
Hey,
we want to
I
see
got
you
money
get
on
real
Albright. I got money on. I ain't got no money. Hold up, let me rephrase.
I
ain't got no money on Albright. I'm rooting for Albright.
Okay,
I'm going for the underdog. He's my long shot of the week.
It ain't happening. He might get. He probably gonna get stopped.
It's a possibility.
I don't know if he gets stopped. I mean,
boxing.
Nair is tough. Nair is tough, so I'm not sure he's gonna get stopped.
I said probably, but I think
he
Keyshawn,
might. I mean, he might. Keyshawn has improved. I don't know how much Albright has improved since their last fight, but Nair Albright is a tough out for any of these niggas. I'm just gonna tell you what it is.
No, I agree
I've
with
always felt that way.
I agree with that point. All I'm saying is I think Keyshawn, I think his trajectory, you know what I'm saying? I ain't put him up there yet, but he a B plus fighter. I think Albright is a C plus fighter. You know what I'm saying? So I got a stoppage happening in this one. I don't give a damn about watching Kelvin. He no disrespect to him, but he don't seem to be improving, in my personal opinion. And so yeah. But shout out to Wu, man. Hey, I'm glad Wu getting another chance, and like I said, hopefully he getting paid well.
Woo.
All right. Well, be more who you got, baby. Thanks for stopping by, Doug.
Hey, yo, Jab, you hear me?
I got Albright.
I can hear a little bit.
And like I do want to see. Hello.
Yeah, go ahead.
I got Albright. You know, that's my long shot. I always said that, but I do want to get a look at Brian Norman Jr. To see how he's changing things. You know what I mean? I want to see his new development. He's it's a good thing he did this now because he's still young, and he could go ahead and work out kinks and get out of bad habits and things that he was doing. You know, far as like overshooting his food when it's directly in front of him. You know, a lot of those things he can go ahead and they can iron it out. Hopefully, Ronnie Shields is the type of trainer that could go ahead and get him straight on that. So that's why definitely is anxious to see how Brian Norman Jr. is going to look in this fight coming up. I just want to watch him, watch his movements in the ring, you know what I mean, watch his footwork to see if he's gotten better at his footwork. You know what I mean? If he's gotten better with being patient. You know what I mean? Not over patience. I want to see and make sure that he's bobbing and weaving and moving his body. He got to work on that defense. That's
Yeah.
one of the biggest things is work on that defense and his footwork. So that's what I want to see coming up with him. But
Um,
that's where I'm at with it.
I agree 100%. I agree. I want to see how he looks. I want to see if his confidence is back. I want to see what adjustments he'll be able to make. I do want to see his footwork. I want to see, like you said, if he's made improvements. We know it'll be about 3 or 4 fights, before they really start to gel together and we see any like major improvements. But I do want to see how he looks. And I believe this is supposed to be like a confidence builder, to get him
Yeah,
back in the swing of things and just to see how he is back in the ring. And I want to point out once again that he's back in the ring before Devin, which is crazy. So
right.
we shall
And I
see.
don't I don't want to see him get a quick work out. I believe he need to put some rounds on those boots. I think that's what he need. I
Dr.
want to see some rounds on those boots.
Dr. Carbon, don't start with me. Come in starting with me. Just come in starting with me. But yeah, I agree. I agree, Mr. Lynch. I want to see how he looks moving forward. As far as Keyshawn and Nair Albright, listen, Nair Albright is a tough fight at the office, baby. Tough day at the office for any of these boys. But I do have Keyshawn pulling it off. But I will tell you this: Keyshawn better not overlook him because that might be one of his biggest mistakes.
True
Because
that.
it seems like Nair has a point to prove. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see. But Ramelo, what you think, baby, of the fights coming up this week, and who you got?
I mean, more or less, man. Jab Queen, man. Like, I mean, I don't really, you know what I'm saying? It's Jan Santana under the undercard. I fuck with Jan Santana, Dominicano, and all that. Demolo, my people's out there. You know what I'm saying? When we get to the Keon, I got Keon. When we get to the Kelvin, I don't got Kelvin. When we get to the Keyshawn, I got Albright by decision, more or less. But Keyshawn may pull it out. Pause. Like, you know what I'm saying? When it comes to Brian Norman, I got Brian Norman beating this Canadian kid. And that's just a wrap up, you heard? Like, let's just get it from there, man. And like, at the end of the day, Jab Queen on some gangster shit. I appreciate y'all for being up here on the panel. I appreciate you for having me on the panel. I know you never heard of me and all that. Like I said, I was scrolling, and I'm always a boxing fan, and I always do boxing content on some. You know what I'm saying? That's what I do. But here's what I wanted to ask you: if you could be a queen and just tap into Ramello Dynasty, the RS7 affiliates, I have great music on my page. If you want to just check out my
Oh,
page,
okay.
yeah, it's a
Sure.
fact.
Y'all make sure y'all go over there and check out Romello. See what he
Hey,
got going on over there.
I
drop your
appreciate
link in the
Um,
background. Drop your link in the
yeah,
background, bro.
it. I got
drop your link in the chat, baby, so people can click on it and sub to your channel. And Israel Negron, everything I said about Boots and Xander was backwards. How so? Xander is giving Boots an opportunity to win 2 belts. Does Xander not have 2 belts?
So
Is he not giving Boots 50-50? What did I say that was backwards?
these are facts. These are facts.
I hate a late nigga didn't come in here try to tell me what I said. I know what the hell I was talking about. Crush, what you got on the fights this weekend, baby? Crush, you still there? We done talk Crush to sleep, child. Crush, no?
No, I was
Okay.
on mute.
Oh, okay.
I was on mute, but everybody cook. I'm moving for Woo, but I think Coleslaw gonna pull this fight off because he needs to pull it off, or it's over for him. Brian Norman Jr. She looked good with Ronnie Shields. 3 fights, and I think this is a good chemistry for him. So we're gonna see. So I think he's gonna look good against this Canadian bacon dude. He's gonna eat him up, fry him, eat him up, get him up, going out of there. That's what I got for Brian Norman Jr. As far as the Hergovic fight, I got Hergovic winning his fight, which is fighting Allen.
Herkovic, yeah, it's crazy because they was talking. I guess they was talking trash, and he found out about it. So he started like, "Oh, you gonna knock me out? No, I'm gonna knock you out." So I guess now it's a little beef thing going on right there. But he was firing back at David Allen. Now look, David Allen, like I said, and his last time he did good, and then they let me see, because I wrote down what the hell was I talking about earlier. All of these damn fights be giving me anxiety sometimes. But I know I was reading a record because one of them lost to was it Joe Joyce? Or is that the other one? Anyway, this should be a good fight. This one comes on at 2:00 in the afternoon, if I'm not mistaken, our time. If I'm not mistaken, guys, our time. I think that one. And then don't forget the late. Is that this weekend? No, the ladies card I believe is on the 30th. Amanda Serrano back at it again, y'all. She back out here fighting again. So we shall see what they got going on.
Hey, real quick, the David Allen fight, David versus Herkovich. I'm not. I ain't no UK fan like that.
Oh yeah, he beat Joe Joyce. I'm sorry, I said he lost to no, he beat Joe Joyce. I know it was one of them. He beat Joe Joyce in April by unanimous decision, and he beat David Adelaide.
But the thing with David Allen, man, he tough. You know what I'm saying? When he went up against Mac Madudov, you know what I'm saying? I think Mac Madudov won damn near every round, but hey, he took punches. He took some punches that I was looking. I'm like, man, he probably need to be laying down. And
my bad. 5:30 our time. It's 10:30 UK time, which is 5:30 our time. So if y'all checking that fight out, it's broadcasted on the Zone. It starts at 7 p.m. The main ring walk is 10:30, so that's 5:30 our time. If y'all want to catch that David Allen versus Philip Hegro fight, so that will be on Saturday.
David Allen, he gonna get beat up. I don't know if Philip Herkovich can stop him though, just because he a durable fighter. You know what I'm saying? So,
well, he's
I
19.
think that'll be a good fight.
He's 19-1 with what is it? 14 knockouts. So
Herkovich.
If I'm not mistaken,
only person he lost to was Daniel Dubois. You know what I'm saying? And we seen Daniel Dubois go out there and put on a hell of a show this past weekend. So hey, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You got to be a tough motherfucker. But I think he'll win by decision. But David Allen, he a tough soldier out there. You know what I'm saying? He ain't good. He not good, but he tough.
Hey, Jazz Queen, everybody. Did y'all hear about Caballero saying he want Usyk fight?
Caballero deserved the Usyk fight.
Yeah, let's get it.
He do.
They done been ducking Caballero. Chris, you know this.
I don't know how late when y'all came in here, but I said that about Usyk. I said his little tied fight is on the 23rd against that damn kickboxer, and it's for his damn belts. That makes no sense. How are you fighting a kickboxer for your belts?
Who is this guy? I don't even know who this guy is. I have no clue.
Rico Verhoeven, whatever his name is. But they fighting for the WBC and the WBA titles. The IBF, they ain't determined whether or not they're gonna let him fight for that belt yet. So I guess we'll find that out closer to the fight. But the WBC and the WBA letting this nigga fight for the belts. This kickboxer.
Jab.
I say they stripped his ass.
You know what we gonna call it. You know what we gonna call that fight, right? It's out of order.
That shit is
out of order. That shit is out of order. That shit is out of order, man. Ain't no way Caballero don't deserve his opportunity. He done went in there and put hands on you named the guy. Not all the top heavyweights, but a majority of the top heavyweights. He done put hands on them, stopped them to the body, these type of things. And now all of a sudden Usyk go and fight some dude that I ain't never heard of instead of fighting Caballero. And y'all gonna say that the belt's on the line? Man, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Right out of the
no ghetto fab. It's not no damn legit defense. That's why I said, like, Usyk getting on my nerves. First, he had this whole back issue or this whole medical clearance. Then we saw his ass doing a Macarena in his country. So now he done ran back over here, and now he busying himself with this damn kickboxer. Like, come on, man. I'm like, please. Yeah, he a big star in Europe, but what? How does that qualify him to be fighting for boxing belts?
Well, I ain't never. Hey, Rico can be as big as he wants to in Europe and kickboxing. But I will tell you that we ain't never heard of the man, so I don't know how he's relevant in the sport of boxing. You tell me another kickboxer who's relevant in the sport of boxing right now. You tell me.
No, nobody. But Cash, I don't know why Cash is starting with me tonight either. But it's no difference. Really, Devin Haney said that obviously the money was not right for that particular fight. And, Matchroom didn't bid. So, Oh, I know they pick and choose. I can't stand when people tell me to get off Usyk back like he done earned the right to start picking and choosing. If you're going to do that, holding up divisions, then just move around. Drop your belts.
And I want to let's put this on the record. When Sandor Martin had the opportunity to fight Devin, I was one of the individuals as a Devin fan. I was like, hey, you need to fight him. Fight that nigga. You a champion, you know what I'm saying? And he done went. I thought he done been screwed a couple times as far as Sandor Martin goes. That man can box. Man, you need to go fight him. I said that. And Cash, you was the one who told me in that situation, oh, now you want to fight Sandor Martin. Nigga, you can't have it both ways.
You definitely can't. I don't know. But all right, y'all. Any closing thoughts? Oh my goodness.
Here we go.
Oh my goodness.
You got it,
Oh my
Cash.
goodness.
Call me. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it.
Oh
Bro.
boy. Y'all got a lot going on tonight. Any closing comments? Any closing comments? Yeah, you know Cash. Cash gonna
That's
have
my brother and I love him. That's my brother and I love him. He out of order, but it is what it is.
We're gonna see what happens in these fights. Like I said, I do want to see what's going on with Brian Norman Jr. I think that's the one I'm most interested in because I want to see how he looks. But I do want to see what's gonna happen with Nair Albright and Keyshawn. I mean, they could have did a better job with building this fight because the history is there. You know what I'm saying? They could have did a lot better than what they're doing building this fight. Today was their first press conference.
Press conference was trash.
The press conference was trash. Thank you. Thank you. It was super trash.
I'm like, what are we doing? Man, if I was Wu out there, man, I would have been talking all of the. Oh, so y'all niggas want to jump me, and I would have been talking all.
He didn't.
Shit.
He went there, but he didn't go all the way there. You know what I'm saying?
I would have went all the way there. No disrespect.
They would call me out of order at that presser.
Hell yeah, man. Yeah, they would have had to remove me. They probably would have had to remove me.
Yo, but that's what I'm saying. That they could have definitely did better build up for that fight, and now that's why the tickets they're not doing that great. Oh, that's right. I'm so sorry. Thank you so much, Thrill Hill. Karen and Patty Donovan are tomorrow as well. So their fight is tomorrow. I can't believe I forgot.
Hold on. It's the
Karen
same
Chikadazi. Karen Chikadazi and Patty Donovan fight tomorrow. Yes, that is correct.
That's a good fight. That's a good fight.
That's a good fight.
I'm gonna pick Karen in that fight. I'm picking Karen to beat.
That's a fact.
I don't like Donovan anyway, so it is what it is.
Oh, okay. Oh,
I don't like a lot of folks, so it is.
Yeah, same here, Doug.
It looked like that Karen been on some sort of winning streak since he lost to Boots, so he can't be all that trash.
He went trash against Boots. He showed up and showed out in that fight against Boots in both fights, and he fought two different styles. I ain't got no problem with the brother.
Yeah, he's definitely. I don't know why everybody is not rushing to fight him. He should get a lot more fights.
Oh no, they ain't rushing to fight him because they'll get their ass.
Oh, yeah, for Christmas on the ass.
Say it again, Chris.
Oh, cancel Christmas on the ass. That's why he's scared.
But I'm just saying, for all of the people that's just saying that Boots ain't fighting nobody, you would think that they'd get in there and show him he ain't fighting nobody. Yeah, but I haven't seen any of these guys call out Karen.
Well, we seen the same thing happen when what's your guy name that stopped Tim Zoo? Bakram. Everybody ran away from Bakram, and then Josh Kelly get in there. Even though I thought that was a close fight as well, I thought that the UK they kind of played it as far as the judging goes, but Josh Kelly got in there and ended up winning that fight. You understand what I'm saying? So I look at those two guys very similar. I ain't gonna say the same. I don't think Karen cracking like that, but I think Karen can box. He can box his ass off.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then we shall see. So y'all make sure y'all tune into that fight tomorrow. But y'all got anything else before I shut it down?
Man, look, great show.
I didn't want today, but I see you guys tomorrow for TGIF, aka Freaky Friday. I see y'all tomorrow for that.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
I had to break today, so I didn't go on this morning.
Shout out to the OG, man. Shout out, big homie.
Yeah, definitely.
You already know what it is. Definitely. Shout out to you, sis, and we'll do it again next time.
Oh, of course. I appreciate that.
Hey, Jab, I left my map in the back for you so you can have it.
Oh, okay. All right.
Cool. Dub, I'll talk to you soon, bro. Good cook, Jab Queen, as always, with the piston jab work out there. Keep jabbing the asses, Jab Queen. I'm loving it. Dub, I'll see you soon, bro.
Hey, Jab, real quick. Hold on. Hey, Chris, watch it. Jab, you got to do one thing for me.
What's wrong?
You gotta move. You gotta utilize that jab, man. You gotta have the up jab, You gotta have you gotta have the Cuban jab out there. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have a probing jab. Hey, you gotta mix it up. No, I'm joking with you, man. Love you, sis.
All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much for coming over and being a part of the
Always
panel.
an honor, Jag Queen.
All right. Oh my goodness. Yes, that was another excellent. So listen, guys, I meant what I said. We have to definitely make sure we show respect to the guys who are actually running around out here really getting that smoke. The David Benavidez, and I know, don't let Tony distract you. He's a hater, but David Benavidez ducks absolutely zero smoke. You know, the Boots Ennis's of the world, the Bam Rodriguez's of the world, even the females that's out here. Like I said, Amanda Serrano's about to fight again. We got some Dollaz. I think she's fighting again. My little baby Francesca Hennessy about to fight again. So everybody that's in there really challenging themselves, we want to make sure we just say thank you, because this is what the sport is about. Not picking and choosing, not ducking and hiding. You know, Richards and Hitchens calling around finding out how hard somebody hit. That's nasty, baby. That's nasty work. Lord have mercy. Well, I appreciate everybody for coming out. I definitely do. And until next time, man, y'all know what to do. Catch me on a panel. Mother is gone. Oh, Saturday, if the fights are good enough, then we'll come back and talk about them after, because I want to see who get beat down. But until then, y'all, I'll catch y'all on the next one. Y'all be safe. Bye.